Bigger fish to fry, yeah? Bigger fish to fry. Well, we gonna fry that fish today. We gonna cook. We gonna cook.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Bombastic side eye.
Unbelievable.
A better ball than Brighton.
Bro.
Here's your fish to fry. Your bigger fish to fry, yeah?
I could kill someone. It's fucking grim.
Meanwhile,
Trosso.
What the hell?
Oh no.
that's dead, bro.
Carabao Cup, FA Cup, yes. Europa League, don't need that. All in our hands, everything's in our control.
Oh no. 3-0.
Jeez, man. We're actually getting smoked.
Hold that.
Move that from me, man. You have a little stalefish.
4 to 6 weeks later.
Well, I feel sorry for you tomorrow, though. I'm not gonna lie.
What can they say? Like, fuck them as well, man.
Deserby said it.
I respect it, though, still.
What do you think to those fans leaving early, though? What do you think? Why not?
I think that's embarrassing.
I think that's sad.
That's embarrassing.
This is a bit unusual, we know. Baby Shark and all that. Do, Baby Shark, do. It's a live show.
Hold that.
That was funny, that one. That was funny.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent.
Ain't easy.
Them, man, yeah? Yeah?
Huh?
Say it to our faces, isn't it? Say it to our faces.
Say what?
F all of them, man, innit? That's
Yeah,
what you said
fuck
to
you,
me,
man.
right?
And seriously, man, you know what it is tonight, man. Fuck you, man. Every single one of you here, man. Every single one.
I'm surprised you haven't got your belly, man. I did say you could bring your belly on, but I'm surprised you haven't brought it on, man. Like, nothing.
No, I thought let me do bare face, no belly. I thought, fuck it, man. It's been a good season. It's been a good season. I'm used to people trying to banter us every other week, and you know it gets a bit repetitive. This season's been different. I have to hold it at the end. It is what it is. It has been a good season. Indeed, it has. And it's not over yet. Here's Mr. Intro, but it is what it
Hey,
is.
community man, I heard you was in a lot of trouble over there. Bro, what's going on over there, bro?
Bro, you know me, man.
Nice simple win against Leicester. There's bare cussing going on.
Bro, you know me, man. You like sending like little mongrels over.
We didn't send nobody,
man,
bro.
allow sending mongrels, you know what I mean?
Send them.
You know, I turn all Lee Gunner and shit, innit, when I see mongrels in the chat, man.
They sent themselves.
I was swearing and shit. All that stream, whatever, I was probably gonna get like blacklisted now, whatever. I was swearing like mad. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? They get me angry, but what's good, man? What have I missed, man? What's going on? Toby just smiling. Is he frozen? Is he there? What's going on? Is Toby frozen?
Nah, man, he's there.
No, he's frozen. He's frozen.
He's frozen, man. His biggest occasion.
I don't mind. If he can't make it, we move. Who gives a shit?
Bro, his biggest occasion to get one up and he's bottling it. But what's going on, Toby, man? Get back in here, man. You know what I mean, man?
What's going on anyway, people? What you look saying?
Bro, man.
Well,
I don't know, man. I feel like it's peak times, man. You know? Like, you know what, yeah? Like, Turkish is actually the good one out of this, yeah. I think for me, those are Arsenal fans that deserve more cooking than Turkish. But, bro, man, and you know what it is, yeah? Like, Arsenal fans, stop this. You bottled the league, and it's okay. Yeah? Arsenal fans, you bottled the league, and it's okay. Like, copium, this, you know? Yeah. No, you bottled the league, and it's okay. Like, they don't want to hear that B word, apparently. If you use that B word, it sends them to shiver and panic. So it's okay. I just want to put that one out there. It's okay, you know?
All I know is that come August, the table resets again. 0 points for everybody. Arsenal will be top, alphabetical order. And it's mad. Every single season, you man start top of the league, and you never win it. It's mad. It's mad. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the reset. I'm looking for the recharge because this has been a long season. It's been rough, long season.
Matisse. If you want, I have a spare ticket for Sunday. If you want to come along and see a Premier League trophy.
No, I don't. No, I'm good. You just do your thing in silence. Do you know what I mean? Like nobody's happy for Man City. We're just happy Arsenal did not win it. I need you to get that.
Yeah, let's get that straight.
I need you to understand. I'm not happy for you.
Yeah, we're not happy for you.
No one cares but Hala Madrid. But Hala Madrid. No,
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
You need a humbler.
Nobody cares about City.
No, because you need a humbler.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get
there. We'll get there.
Yeah,
you're all
sweating.
We'll get there.
This is the Arsenal
segment.
segment.
Get there so much that you can't stop talking. Is that how it is?
We're gonna get
today. This is not about you today, okay? It's not about you.
Yeah.
This is about me. This is about me. We're about to do a three-peat, potentially a treble. This is all about me.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Tranquilo. Amigo, tranquilo. Amigo, tranquilo. Amigo.
This is all about that second half capitulation at the Emirates.
Told, what are you saying?
Absolute fantastic football.
I actually don't appreciate Grizz jumping in there as well. Usually he's
No, I'm just no.
You just asked how I'm doing, innit? What's the problem?
Yeah. First and foremost, I ain't jumped in. Like, I have jumped in. I'm sorry for jumping in and sorry for being late. But
not in that respect. I mean, in terms of jumping in, us saying to Hugh, this ain't no segment.
No. I hear that, but it ain't. His time will come.
Grizz is still hurting, man. Grizz is still hurting that we packed him up for the last 5 years as well.
No, listen, my hurt.
And he's seen the next generation come along, Arsenal. We did the same to them. It's like looking at your younger self, isn't it?
Look, I'm like Matisse. My pain, I'm numb to it this season. You can't do nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I'm here just to enjoy, and me and SAEED are going to talk later about our situations in our clubs. I'm just here out vibing, drinking Vimto. We're chilling. I just want to know, TOBS has been, because all I've seen so far is TOBS in a box with a smile. That's all I can see. The first time round, the Wi-Fi was frozen, and you just sat there smiling. Now the Wi-Fi is walking, talking. Talk to me, brother, man. What's going on? How you been? How's your weekend been? That was good.
I've had an all right weekend. I didn't really pay attention to the football on Saturday, so I didn't really let myself get downbeat by the shit heap. That's my team. And then, had a lovely day out with my girl. Then on Sunday, I went for a nice Sunday roast, and I went for a walk. And I watched some seagulls. I watched some seagulls chow down, man. Them seagulls had a blast in North London. I was out walking and I saw the seagulls, man. They had a blast. Didn't
you go to Brighton recently?
I went to Brighton a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I did. I had a good time there, man. But it seems obviously Brighton decided to bring the party back to North London and obviously dance on Arsenal's grave on the weekend, man. So I had a great weekend. Well, I had a great Sunday. Meaty Saturday, but fantastic Sunday. Fantastic Sunday. How was your Sunday, Turkish?
It's good. No, we need to ask each other.
First of all, I'd like to say the KPIs have been hit for the year, which is fantastic. So let's have a clap for that. Well done to Arsenal. Come on. You know what I mean? In them targets. Back in the top 4. Maximum money for the Cronkies. Champions League qualification. It's good to be back. Get those coefficient points looking good for me next year. We need them 5 spots in England. So pressure's on. Listen, I think it's absolutely therapeutic that we spoke about fish needing to be fried, and then the seagulls who eat fish.
They were hungry.
Definitely.
They were hungry. They chowed down.
Hungry in the second half.
They chowed down. They had a feast.
Yeah, they ate. They ate. They cooked and ate. You know what I mean? So that was nice to see. And yeah, you know what? I think you're not going to hit the 90 points, but listen, it's been a phenomenal season. It's phenomenal. Absolutely unbelievable season. It's been brilliant. Been the best footballing team for the majority of the season. For a good 80% of it, I'd say. Played great football. Loads of team of the year contenders. Player of the year is going to be tough to choose between the group that you have. Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli. Who's going to get it? Who knows? It's going to be good to see. So yeah, listen, it's a great season. It's brilliant.
It is a great season, Matisse. And I just want people to know that it's been a fantastic season. And for any Arsenal fans who are downbeat, man, just remember one thing. In the words of my brother who sent in that super chat that day, Ingest the Spurs. It's not about the trophies you win. It's about the memories, guys. It's about the memories. Yeah. It's about the memories. Remember that. Remember that. And
remember the memories I have, though. Don't forget about the memories I have, man. I've seen my team.
But we're talking about this season, brother. We're talking about this season.
All right. But remember the memories I've got, man. Memories I've got, you'll never have.
That's fine, but we're talking about this season.
Turkish, do you still need me to get something at the Etihad, or am I relieved of my duties?
Bro, if you don't want to do the guard of honor, do the guard of honor. It's up to you.
That's the man relieved of my duties. What the hell are your team doing?
No. Listen, leave Chelsea fresh.
They were asking me. They were asking me to do something for them. That's what they were asking.
You know what's hilarious? They battered you guys, and then they said, "Oh, you're shit, but please go and beat the team that we can't beat." Do you know how crazy that is?
The team that they lost to 3 times this season,
Matisse,
and that they're complaining. And they've got other content creators going onto Twitter and saying, "Oh, it's not fair that Arsenal are not bottlers because they couldn't get 95 points." But literally 6 of those points have been given to City by Arsenal, by the way, right? and now you want me to do something for you? I cannot do nothing.
Matisse, you don't do nothing for Arsenal. I can't give shit. I can't give shit about Arsenal. You do something for me, my brother. We talk soon.
No.
Listen. No. Rest up. Don't do nothing for Arsenal. We don't give shit.
You can't multitask. Let him do one
Arsenal. Yeah, fun Arsenal. I'm done.
You should have thought about that. And when you beat me on penalties, right, twice in 2 cup finals, you should have thought about that. Okay.
I know. Yeah, listen, exactly. You know me. I've been bigging you up from the start. You already know this. He knows this. You lot can laugh and joke. Matisse knows I backed him.
I have dementia.
No, I'm going to make you remember. I've been backing you, my brother. I've been saying this guy is going to go to the top. Not sure about your team, but you're going to go to the top. My brother, you pull off something for me against one of those teams, I will be forever your indebted to you. I'm telling you now, my brother. Chicken wings for life. 6 chicken wings a week for life. I'm telling you now. Do something for me in one of those games. 6. Yeah, calm. Cost of living. You know what I mean? 6 wings is okay. He don't eat much anyway. He don't eat much. So 6 chicken wings, and this is a promise to me, to everyone. 6 chicken wings a week for life.
If we take points off Newcastle or United.
Yeah, just one of them. 6 a week, my brother.
And what if you don't capitalize?
That's our problem. Hard work? Okay. That's not your problem.
Okay.
Our problem is our problem. You can help me with my problem. You help me, we handle our business. We have to handle our business. We must. That's a deal. Live on, where are we? Live on Big 6. Yeah, 6 chicken wings a week. For life.
Chicken wings from, the best. Just anyway.
I can't
disclose.
I can't guarantee the quality.
It's on your card now.
I can't guarantee the quality.
Man said he can't guarantee the quality. The quality control is not important. It's the thought that counts.
Turkish, on the real man. How do you feel, man? Because you seemed quite sad. I know obviously the chat they're baying for blood, didn't it? But you seem quite sad, man. And I must say, I don't usually tune into AFTV, but I really enjoyed AFTV.
I'm sure you did.
I really enjoyed it. And a lot of the chat was as you'd expect, a bit deluded. But you know what? I found myself enjoying yours and Lee's because there was pain. There was genuine pain. There was pain. There was hurts. Like you're not happy. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, my bro. Let's talk, man. No more cooking. Let's actually talk. This is a therapy session. Let's talk.
What should we talk about? What do you want to ask me?
I want to talk about the players that have let you down, the senior players that have let you down. Where next for Arsenal? The mistakes Arteta's made. And I also want to send a message to all the Arsenal fans that saying Arsenal have bottled this league in the stretch doesn't mean Arsenal have had a bad season. Because I feel like a lot of your fans keep confusing the two things and they keep saying, oh, it's too harsh to call us bottlers because then, oh, we've had a great season. You have had a great season. you've got some fantastic players. You've got the second youngest squad in the league, and you've also bottled it. So you get it, but I just want you to sort of try and convey this message to your fans that both things can be true. I need to know. I need them to know that.
Bro, I think it was what to me this feels 2 weeks late. I get it for everyone else online. This was everyone's opportunity to kind of go in. Obviously, 2 weeks ago you still went in, but this one feels like the big one because it's essentially over now. Man City 1 win, they'll get the job done. I said 3 weeks ago when asked about this season and the way it's ended, success or failure. That's the 2 options you have. It would be failure, but there's progress in failure. I said the same thing 3 weeks ago. So I tell people that's my thoughts on this season. But right now, after getting smoked at home by Brighton, of course I'm going to be, what was your words? Upset on AFTV because, bro.
Hurt. Despondent.
Hurt. Yeah, obviously it hurt. But I was more hurt 3 weeks ago after Southampton because that's when I thought it was over. You don't know that. I thought it was over after that game.
It's like a funeral in here, man. I don't.
What a damn shame.
No, because you know what it is, man. It's like I said to you, man. It's the Arsenal fans that saw the bigger fish to fry in it, man. You know what I mean? And that's where it came from. Bigger fish to fry, and you've come out with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You've literally gone to a bargain sale. You've got nothing there. You know what I mean? You've gone to a bargain sale, man. You found nothing. And so all them Arsenal fans, by the way, telling about you know the experiment and whatnot. Which one's more worse? Like bigger fish to fry, or the United fans testing the water? I mean, I don't want to be shameless in all of this, but you know, I was testing the waters, and you guys were doing the bigger fish to fry. You know, you guys went from FA Cup, bigger fish to fry. Europa League, no, bigger fish to fry. FA Cup, bigger fish to fry, and you've actually come out with nothing.
Well, they're starving, aren't they? That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's also
again, you men are talking to select individuals that you see stuff from online. You're not necessarily talking to me. So it's hard for me to answer these kind of questions because when we got knocked out the Europa League, I wasn't happy about it. When we got knocked out in the FA Cup by Man City, I wasn't happy about it. So I know you man ain't talking to me in terms of the question.
Yeah, no.
It's hard for me to answer these questions.
What are your thoughts on
Arteta did it as well. Arteta as well.
What are your thoughts on the fire drill?
Oh yeah, that was bad.
It was a parade.
The fire drill.
Oh yeah.
Fire drill. Did you not see the fire drill?
Yeah.
That was terrible, man.
Look. I don't think it's a bottle job. The season isn't a bottle job overall, right? And we can discuss that. Okay, no problem. We can discuss that until the cows come home. But the fans emptying the ground, the same fans that are accusing their own players of being bottle jobs and not being able to stomach when they're getting whooped at home after the season they've given them, those fans are bottle jobs.
Whatever happened to back in January and February, like they're not built like us. We have the spirit that City don't have. City have gone stale. They won't put a run together. And then they're all leaving the stadium. They're all leaving.
Select individuals. I can't.
No, I'm not firing shots at Turkish. I made it clear on all my thoughts after the match that there's some reserved Arsenal fans.
No, 100%. There's some mad, crazy, loony Arsenal fans.
There is crazy Liverpool fans as well. I will say that.
No, only Liverpool fans. I'm just
Man United fans, Chelsea fans.
That's what I'm saying. So every fan base has
there's some out there.
It's hard.
But the online presence of the Arsenal fan base is some, it's known, isn't it? That's why they get the most heat as well, because they get carried away the most as well. So of course there's a balance.
They're the most active,
they're active.
And you know what, Grizz? They were disrespectful for a lot of the season.
Disrespectful, that's it.
They were hella disrespectful to this Manchester City team. Haaland makes them worse. Pep's got the tactics wrong. They won't put a run together. They're not the same as they used to be. They don't have the heritage and history we do. And look what's happened. Come to the Emirates. We don't want to play FA Cup. Come to the Emirates. No rotation, and we'll show you what's what. We slap you up there. No. We'll get them in the Etihad. We slap them up there. Sean Dyche is going to do us a favor. No. Sam Allardyce is going to do us a favor. No. Bigger fish to fry. One horse race. All this bullshit.
Ah,
for
you
a
can't
total-
quote, bruv. Matisse is using one quote from AFTV. You're using another quote from AF. Ah, this isn't it.
I'm addressing the masses of dickheads. I'm addressing the masses of dickheads.
No, it's mad to me though. What am I meant to do to these sorts
They
of
say
comments?
you got to study the shit. They say
What you've got to do is you've got to log in. You've got to log into the AFTV channel. But when you see these videos surfacing and going up as clips, you must delete them quickly. Delete them.
Edit,
delete. Do not let them process. Do not let them upload because this is insane. What I've been listening to, the amount of things I've been hearing, and they keep asking me, Matisse, have you changed your opinion? Why are you so salty? Obviously, man, bruv, the bigger fish to fry. You cannot go out of every competition whilst being at the top of the table for 93% of the season. I think that's the stat, isn't it, Big Steve in the chat? And then tell me, then after you've taken away all responsibility from other competitions, whilst you're chasing, by the way, the team that are going for multiple things at once, right? And you're comparing yourselves with Liverpool, who have gone for multiple things at once and have got to the last 20 minutes or in the final day and actually seen
a proper race,
right?
Like Hughie, put some respect on a race, man. Put some respect on a turn.
Let me make this clear. That Arsenal team hasn't a patch on Klopp's Liverpool team. They proper put the fear of God into me. That Liverpool team proper put the fear of God into me right into the last minute of those seasons. Right into the last minute. This Arsenal team, I was never sure. From up to December, I was kind of like, right, this team, they look like they have a bit of something. But patterns started to arise after Christmas of lacking the right mentality and the right frame of mind to go on and win a Premier League. The bigger fish to fry one is obviously the funniest one people talk about the most.
On that note,
that's the biggest.
I got something to say on that, because on that note, it's an unfair comparison because Arsenal's trajectory seems to be headed in the right direction. So like where we're at in terms of comparing us to being scared of Liverpool, that's where we aim to get to in terms of the consistency Liverpool showed. Because Liverpool were they were a great team, but they've only got one league title to show for it. That shows how difficult it is. You can't compare Arsenal now to Liverpool. Then we aim to be as scary as that Liverpool side
so many years have gone by where we kept saying it ain't easy. I kept telling you, it ain't easy. And there was a lot of Liverpool, and there's a lot of Arsenal fans thought it was easy and celebrating. You never saw Liverpool fans celebrating around Christmas time. And did you? I'm being honest now. Did you see the same levels of celebrations among the Liverpool online base that we saw so premature in the Arsenal fan base? I think
not
that's
celebrations.
really.
No, we saw the arrogance, but we didn't see premature.
No, but the arrogance, not in the first year of challenging TOBS. The arrogance came once. The arrogance came once we've achieved something.
Nah, we saw the arrogance in the first year.
Brother, we won the Champions League before we won the Premier League. Why are we not allowed to be arrogant? Please don't let me turn on you.
I'm just saying, turn on you up, brother.
No, but it's true though. We won the Champions League, then we won the Premier League. So of course we're gonna have chest. We didn't have chest. What Arsenal didn't. Arsenal competed, and then they had chest very early. And some of the scenes were a lot. They were very emotional. Very emotionally invested.
Grizz, we're both old school, yeah. So we've been there, seen that in terms of our club being at the top, at the bottom, not in terms of the big clubs at the bottom. A lot of these fans online, when we're talking about Arsenal, this is the best ever season they've had in their life.
Yeah. I hear that.
And that's why I look at it, and I think the same thing as you. Some things I read, I'm like, what's going on here? Like, is everyone all right, or am I losing it? But the fact is that most of these people online, when you actually talk to a few of them,
I see that, I hear that, and I feel that it's the most excitable they've had. Or I get it.
Look at the Ashburton Army, man. They were on it, man. They were having the drums and that. Everyone was on it. It was a anticipated feeling that they had. So I understand it. People maybe took it a bit too far, but that's.
Did you hear the song they were singing? By the way, the Ashburton Army. You didn't. I'm gonna find it for you. One of the many songs that these wankers sang.
No, what's the content of the song before you start playing it on there?
Oh, it's nothing that's copyright. Don't worry. I'll find it.
Make sure it's nothing that's too mad either. But yeah, go on.
It's nothing mad. It's nothing mad. Don't worry.
It's too much.
Yeah, watch out, man. You can get caught on Holloway Road, you know, man. Toby, man.
Oh, what's gonna happen to me? They're gonna spray me with their flipping paint. What happened?
This is the liveliest I've seen Toes for time.
Yeah. What's that? Fuck you, Tottenham. We're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. That's what they were singing. That's what they were singing.
They didn't put a date on when we're gonna win the league, though. They didn't put a date on.
That's what they were singing.
That's smart. That's smart. Yeah.
They didn't put a date on we're gonna win the league. That's chant. You can start the season next season with that chant.
That's what they were singing, bro. That's what they were singing.
That's mad.
Yeah. What do you mean? They fucked Tottenham. How's that mad? It's fucked Tottenham.
You, Tottenham, we're gonna win the league.
Yeah, we're gonna win the league.
You don't want me to take offense to that?
No, but you lot were singing yesterday.
What did you take offense to? Fuck Tottenham, or we're gonna win the league.
Both.
Bro, how can you find winning the league offensive? This is what Tottenham have done to you, bro. That you need to be.
No, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about them crowning themselves early, and it speaks to Grizz's point. Premature celebrations. Premature celebrations.
Yeah. Madness.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what? But obviously, with me,
all your fan base. And when I say this, it's not all Arsenal fans. I don't say this for all Arsenal fans, but there's a big section of your fan base that are deluded. They are deluded, and they always shoot their load early. Always. Always.
Again, it comes down to how young a lot of them
But this is a lack of experience, right? It comes from a lack of experience.
Yeah, like Turkish alluded to, it's a lack of experience.
That's
they
what
ain't
it
seen
is.
shit. They ain't seen shit.
This is their first time seeing the Premier League body in its full entirety, and excuse me for my language, but they're virgins. They're virgins. They're virgins. They're not virgins, right? And they've finally seen the Premier League body. Wow. And they're like, wow. Look at those ribbons.
But she's calling someone a virgin.
Look at that shine. Look at that shine. And they get closer and closer and closer and closer, and they're like, wow, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get laid. And then bang. Next thing you know, they look down, their trousers, boom, everything explosion. And they haven't even done anything. They haven't even done anything. They've not even won it. They've not even won it. Man City have been going through gal year in, year out. They know what it's like. They know what it's like. Man City have been going through gal year in, year out. They do this on a yearly basis. Liverpool, one time they lost their virginity. They're happy about it. They've never had sex since. They're cool. Do you know what I mean? Arsenal.
Hey, Grizz, get back here. Listen to what
Arsenal, they ain't even. You know what I mean? So it's
Community
mad.
man. Community
It's
man.
mad. It's mad.
Community man. He's cocaine.
You've been writing
And then the audacity to come and tell me that London has changed colour. The whole of the city has changed colour because they have had a good season that has amounted to nothing. They have won absolutely nothing. In my worst season and in your best season, we finish on the same trophies. And next season, we start on the same points. We go again. So it's a long day. It's a very long day.
Again, remember how long I've been alive to say your worst season. There was times I was used to this from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Can we young buck?
Yeah. Can we talk on a football level though? Saka missing. I'm missing. He's had a good season. I'm not trying to dig him out here. Saka missing. Partey. Thomas.
Yeah, Partey's a big one.
The best DM in the league, according to Arsenal fans, on the bench. Your manager don't even rate you anymore, man. After injury was a big blow. Zinchenko again, his form towards the end of the season has been horrific. Odegaard, said I rate Odegaard, but in big games and big moments, not there. Like on a football level, Jesus, listen, I think he's a good facilitator, but he's not a bagsman. People say glorify Lacazette, and I don't agree with that one. I don't. I think he's better than Lacazette, but he's not a natural finisher. I think you need better. There's so many areas for Arsenal to improve on next season. Whether you get the funds or whatnot, but just to kind of like round it up, I think for me, your key players have been missing, man. Like players that should have been there when it needs to be, not been there.
Yeah, let's go through the names. Who did you say first? Saka,
yeah. That's mental fatigue or just,
You know what it is?
Oh, harsh.
I don't. What's harsh?
Picking on Saka.
Yeah,
no, he's part of it. He's saying that only him.
No, he's been out of form. He's been out of form.
Yes,
the way I see it is, you see this.
What, man? He's a kid. Yeah, so
that's one thing.
So what? He's a kid.
When you gas someone up to that level, they have to turn up in the big moments.
Oh, God. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
No, Grizz,
They
come
gassed him up all season.
Okay, no problem. Do it.
We're not doing anything that's mad. We're not saying anything that's mad, right? We're not saying anything that's mad. Bukayo Saka has been arguably Arsenal's best player this season.
Yeah.
Nobody's disputing that. Bukayo Saka should win PFA Young Player of the Year.
Yes.
Bukayo Saka has been one of the best players in the league. All of
Erling
those things
Haaland,
are true. No, I do think he stands a chance of Young Player of the Year. I think Haaland will win Player of the Year.
I'll just get both.
He could do both. But you get the point.
potentially get both.
What I'm trying to Turkish. What I'm trying to say to Grizz is no, it's not a witch hunt, right? To say that Bukayo Saka's level has visibly dropped in the last 7 games. He's been poor. He's actually been poor in the running, in the stretch. He's been poor.
I think there's other more experienced players.
Yeah, of course.
More
Saeed named them. But Turkish said, let's start one by one. So the first one was Saka.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why when I said, I was just going to say with Saka, listen, you see this whole fatigue excuse in general. Yeah, I don't really pay much mind to that. But with Saka, I do, because if you think about the amount of games that guy's played in how many years, that probably played an impact, because this has been his most strenuous season in terms of minutes. And
he hasn't been managed well by Arteta. That's a criticism you can level at Arteta.
Yeah, that's fair, but I think Vinicius Junior has been playing at a higher level for a longer time in all competitions.
You said that there's not much between the two, though.
No, well, no, it's not about not much between the two. Obviously, what I said is Vinicius has had a chance to prove himself at a higher level for a longer time. Saka's come through at a club that wasn't at no high level for the lot. This is the first year we've been at a high level, and he's, like you said, probably been our player of the season and potentially young player of the Premier League season. So in his first season at the highest level, and when he goes to international tournaments, which is the highest level, in the Euros, he was a top 3 player for England. Going into it, everyone was saying Sancho was going to start that tournament. Saka ended the tournament. In the World Cup, he was England's best player, in my opinion. So at the highest level so far, Saka's proven it. Champions League is the next one now, next season. And if he continues to do it, not 1 season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, then he obviously you might find more of a debate. But Vinicius is clear at the moment. When you see the way he's moving, it's mad.
He's just a much better player. Better goal threat, better dribbler, faster. He's just a better player. And that's no slight on Saka. Saka's top. We've spoken about Saka a million times in this platform. Saka is firmly on the trajectory to be a world class.
But we've changed the context of a conversation. I don't think. I didn't know. If Turkish has said that, then that's a wild one. Yeah, he's got crimes to answer for. If Turkish did compare,
no, I said Vinicius is better. I said he's been performing at a higher level for time.
Yeah, exactly. Vinicius has had a dead season.
They said Saka is God's child, right?
The only reason why I mentioned
is that what they said?
Listen, Saka is God's child, and against Liverpool they played on a Sunday. West Ham they played on a Sunday. Brighton they played on a Sunday. So didn't even get to fucking go church, man.
You've been writing bars. You've been writing bars for this show. I've clocked you, but what? I've already got time for you. When it's time, I can't wait to deliver the news, man.
And Stoppage touched on it as well, and I feel like it's not even just exclusive to Saka. Like, if you can hold the worst players accountable, then you got to hold the best players accountable.
Partey is the one I should start with.
Yeah. You can start on.
That's what I want to go.
He deserves it more than Saka. I feel like his level. He's like he's like 30 years old now.
30 years old, man.
Way more experienced than
31 actually.
Yeah. He's choked. And he's played at a fantastic level all season. And now when it really matters, and you're actually this season he was actually fit. So it wasn't even like he got injured. He was actually fit, and you are just stinking out the joint, bro. It's embarrassing.
That's the biggest disappointment for me, Partey, because usually the last couple of years it's been injuries that have cost us in terms of him not playing. This time he's been there. And yes, there's rumors of an injury, cool. But aside from that, the performance level's been it's been the worst of the lot if you talk about expectation, quality, experience in comparison to the rest of the side, because most of the side have dropped off. Most of the side have. But
he's meant to be one of the elder statesmen, so he's meant to rise.
Exactly.
And what is hilarious to me is the narrative last year was, Arsenal didn't get top 4 because the players were injured. If Partey played in the running and was fit and available, we would have got top 4. Well, bigger stakes at hand. A title's up for grabs. you were available in the running, and your form was so bad that the manager had to take you out the team. It doesn't bode well. And I'm not trying to disrespect the thing, but facts are facts. When Arsenal needed,
why do you think we're going for who? Look at who we're going for. Look at the two links, the two main players linked, Caicedo and Rice. I see them both more as 6s than I do 8s. So it's a position that they obviously know they need to fix. It's obvious we're trying to go for someone. Whether we get them or not, who knows? Because you don't know with this club and the way they negotiate, players linked for 3 months and then end up signing for Chelsea. You don't know what's going on. So
Caicedo showed you what you're missing. Caicedo showed you what you're missing there. That was, bro, this guy's a baller, man. Bro, whoever gets him, they're serious.
I've been saying it, bro. I've been saying it for a year. This guy, whoever he signs for, they will finish at least one position above where they finished this season. So that's what I'm saying. At least one position. That's
going to
how
cost massive.
That's how
cash,
transformative this guy is.
He's going to cost big cash, though. They're going to slap a big premium on his head.
80 million, Huey. 80 million standard.
The Man City players as well, man. The Man City players that you guys sign, I feel like, bruh, they got to be culpable as well, man. I thought they were meant to.
They're next.
At the start of the season, when it was going well, we were told that they were the ones. They're part of the reasons why Arsenal are where they are, because obviously they were on top of the fact that they were playing well. They're helping to change their mentality, etc., etc., etc. And yet,
which was true.
So then why is it when it reaches the business end of the season, it's Martinelli that's having to carry the team? It's Saka that's having to try and do this and that and this and that, bro. Come on, man.
Because if you look at it, they've come from a side where they're in the mid-range in terms of age. Do you get what I'm saying? There's players younger than them. There was players older than them. They've come in, and it's obvious that the first thing they've done is convey the leadership traits and whatnot they've learned from Manchester City, elder statesmen, the experienced players, and then use it into our side. Who most of them are younger. Yeah, there's a couple older ones, but most of them are younger. So that's what they've done, and that's, in my opinion, helped us mentality-wise. But the reality is, come the end of the season, Man City, they're like rotating. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's
With those two players that we lost, I felt like they were very good footballers to lose, but they required the leadership around them.
Look at Man City with sorry, Hugh. Look at Man City with Diaz and Kevin De Bruyne and Gundogan. Gundogan's a perfect example now. Jesus and Zinchenko had these men around them at the crucial time of the season, so they could rotate it. They could pull people out of the limelight. They don't have that at Arsenal. That's what we need to bring in. We need to bring in that. When shit is hitting the fan or when things ain't going our way, we can change it up.
But that's why you got Jorginho, though. Jorginho was meant to be that, and obviously it's I don't know. It's had the impact, but it is also not as well. It's not been enough. The January transfer window, when you look at it as a whole, maybe it wasn't enough. Maybe Arsenal fans have overrated it a little bit. You know,
some of them were saying it's an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Say that transfer window back in January. It was far from it.
Again, I'm with you. It was early time to judge it. I was happily surprised by it in February and March when Trossard stepped in and Jorginho stepped in a couple of games. He done okay. So I was like, all right, cool. Because with Trossard, I like Trossard. With Jorginho, I've never liked Jorginho, but he's come in and he's done okay.
Yeah, done okay.
But in this
Trossard
online
was playing against you yesterday, bro.
Huh?
Trossard was playing against you yesterday.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about in general when he's come in from January onwards. So the initial feeling about him was, oh, what a masterclass and this and that. But that's the online social media world now. 1 game, 2 games, and a decision's made on whether a player has been worth it, whether he's world class, whether he's shit. That's the world we live in. What can I do?
Jorginho was sent to infiltrate, to be honest. It appears on the surface he's doing a good job because he doesn't want to make it too obvious, but he was sent in there to infiltrate and to break things down and to slowly, not take it down straight away, because we don't want to take down a big institution like
Be
Arsenal
smart.
in one. You got to do it down brick by brick.
Be smart.
Slowly. Do you know
Don't make it obvious.
Don't make it obvious, exactly. Don't leave any fingerprints on the crime scene as well. So it wasn't him playing badly. It was Ben White, and it was, and it was Zinchenko. It's smart how we did it. It's smart. I'm not gonna lie, we did it well. We did well.
I can't believe Arteta didn't like listen to the quotes of De Zerbi, man. Like I would be paying attention to them quotes. Like he said, you'll see the real Brighton against Arsenal, and did we see that, man? Like we're giving a lot of obviously we're talking about.
I was gonna say,
Arsenal.
are we allowed to big up De Zerbi because
bro, we have to, man.
He's the real deal. I know he's
it's risk, the amount of risk that involves that kind of football. Like they get away with a lot, but the philosophy to keep going. For me, that's why Pep Guardiola said it. Is they play the best football playing out from the back. And like it might sound, like it's because a lot of time they lose a lot of the ball, but they keep going. Because one time that ball over the top, bro, it's a goal. Like they do it all the time. I think De Zerbi. Listen, I know Tottenham have missed out on Nagelsmann, but I would be going all in on De Zerbi. Like that should still be an option for Tottenham.
He doesn't want to leave. I think he said that he wants to stay.
All the money, man. All that money. Throw that Beyonce money,
bro. What money?
This kid money. Beyonce, she's coming. The revenue you're gonna get from that. Throw that money, man.
I'm pretty sure there's quotes out there.
I mentioned this every time ago. I would love him at Spurs, but
I'm pretty sure there's quotes out there saying that he doesn't just want
to
job to job. He only just joined Brighton from Shakhtar, and he wasn't at Shakhtar for that long either. So I don't think he wants
Swallow as well.
I don't think he wants to keep.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to. I don't think anyone.
But again, let me tell you, if he loses his players, like Kai,
he knows he's gonna lose his players. He's already
gets a little bit frustrated. You just never know. Like it could happen.
He would have known what he signed up for, man. That's Brighton's model. So he knows that's gonna happen, right?
Yeah. He knows.
Top manager, man. Top manager.
And you've seen they lost Trossard in January. Did it stop there with him?
No.
And and with Caicedo, he handled that, or they handled that situation well.
Yeah.
He really wanted a dip in January. They took him out, said, "Don't come training again till 1st of February. We're not selling you." He came back. He put his head down. He's done his thing.
Yeah.
They've also been fucked over a few times by VAR. There's at least 3 or 4 accounts that they've been really badly done over. I think. Tottenham once or twice. Like, there's another universe where they're probably in the top 4 properly right now if VAR went their way. So
they're not clinical enough, man. They're not clinical enough. They miss a lot.
There's not enough goals there. They play beautiful football, but they just don't score enough. Like that Matoma is an unbelievable player, but he's only on 7 goals.
To be honest, we'd ruin him. We if we were to hire him, we'd hire him, not give him the players that he needs to play.
Exactly.
And then sack him 2 years later and put it all on him.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And he's there. He is.
Yeah, you lot ruin him. Yeah, you lot ruin everything, man. You lot.
Good to see Levi Cole have a good game.
Hey, we're talking about Arsenal. Don't worry.
Yeah, big up Cole, man. Wow, he was proper.
Matoma as well. Jeez Louise,
that was Ben. Yeah, that was Ben White's worst performance.
He chefed him up, man. He chefed him up real good,
bro. He's got cooked, man. Got cooked. Real good.
Yeah, Matoma had him still.
Where'd you go from here then? Like, now is it the case of assessing it now? Next season, go ahead. Like, do you feel that it might be a season where you could crash? Like,
you got to build, man, because you guys still got a young core, man. You got to build. Add the pieces that you were.
There's a project still. Then is it still? What's the situation then?
No, we're at the back end. We're there. Like, that's what I said earlier. I said, well, no, actually, it wasn't here. I said it on AFTV. I said the process in my eyes was to rebuild everything back to a point where we're challenging again, where we're at the top. Next season will define that, because you ask SAEED whether we crash and we look back at this season and say this was the one we should have won, or we kick on and then we potentially win it next season, or we challenge and we win one of the cups, or we go in the latter stages of that's it. 3 things I want next season: latter stages of Champions League, let's say quarterfinals, Premier League minimum challenge again, if not win it, and a domestic cup. And by that I mean FA Cup, really, but it is what it is.
Man, take that Carabao, man. You'll be parading that, man. I know you, man. You're being insulated.
We're good, G. We're good.
I'm telling you, man. When that, it sets the standards, man. It sets the tone. Nah, I'm only messing. I get what you mean, though. When you have to go win a cup or something. You can't just be like, you know what? We'll wait for the Premier League. You've got to get something, man. You know what I mean? So let's see, man. Let's see.
Yeah. We've got bare super chats here as well. So
let's do them, man.
If we're done, let me get through them. If I can, people, if I can. Messon says, Thanks for keeping the seat warm for us, little bro. We'll take over from here, finish the job, and actually fry the bigger fish and eat. Chin up. All right, massive. Yo, Turkish, what's up with your boys, Thai and Belgium? Them man believe City will lose their next 3 Prem games and Arsenal. Bro, I can't talk for other man. I can only talk for myself, bro. You know, that's all I can do. I'm not out here.
This is why it needs to be mathematically done. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, we'll still be hearing this nonsense. It needs to be. It needs to be mathematically done.
To get beaten it, so yeah.
Listen, I had the best experience with Ty, man. I know what Ty's about as well.
Oh yeah, Lad Bible.
Yeah. Ty is he's actually.
People think he's fake, you know. He's not fake. He's just the
no,
way
he's really. That's how he is.
Really
no. Once the camera switched off, he was worse.
He's the same. Oh yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
He was worse. I said,
yo, I said, yo, just stop.
Yeah. After the cameras, I was like, yo, man, great show. And he goes, no, I'm serious. I was like, fuck this.
That's what I love about Ty. Like, people think, oh, what they see on the camera, or maybe he's a bit more chill. No. Yeah. Off the camera, he's arguing even stronger. He calms it down for the camera. Just, you know, just calm it down a little bit.
Bro, on the train back, man, he was talking Herbert Chapman still. Bro, we reached Watford and the man was telling me about Invincible still. I was like, get out of here, man. It's finished. Everything's over. No, but you need to understand. I understood. He made it very clear I understood.
You better understand.
Yeah, man.
Better be.
You better be understand. Bro, he told me, you better be understand. I said,
okay. People, if you ever meet Ty, you get exactly what you see. That's it. There's no two ways about it. Suleiman says, mentality is weak. Odegaard versus De Bruyne. Saka generational. Really, 12-point swing in a month. This is a bottle job. End of. 8 ahead now, 4 behind. Oh, wait. Let me save that one for the Chelsea stuff. This is what we do, says Blue Moon. We've been smoking on Liverpool packs for a few years now. Now it's the Arsenal packs. No offense, but your fan base deserve it. Jerome says Turkish looks hurt and I don't like it. Keep your head up. You'll win the league in the next 10 years, maybe. All right, Jerome. Cheek of it, United fan, but it is what it is. Tevin says the irony of fans 15 points or more lower than us, cooking us. But hey, we got to hold it. We move. Big up to the man them. Let me just save that super chat that's coming. That one's from Tevin. I hope you're good, Tevin. Hope you're good. When are we going to have a conversation about Saka going ghost in Arsenal's most important run? I better not see Saka over Salah in the team of the season. We're going to do team of the season here, and we have talked about it. So love for the super chat. Hamza Dow Square. Gutted, but so proud of my club. Players and match-going fans, we gave it all, but fell short this time, and we'll end 15, 16 points ahead of third. That's how poor the rest of you are. F fake sports wash City. Just sharp. Big up Turkish. I tried to hold you back, bro, but you started to believe that this underprepared squad could beat City. My guy, I never said we're going to win the league. You can watch me week in, week out. Long day, my guy. Long day. But I did hope still. There was times I hoped. Faris says, ironic that all this twerking and whoring from Matisse towards City and will end up lifting the trophy in front of them. Big up HUGH. We moved to Madrid.
Next up. I'm not as offended as a lot of fans are. I think for the season we have, we deserve it. And I think the players should hold that. I'm not going to lie. They should watch City lift it in front of them, feel that pain, and learn never to be this shit again in their lives. That's how I see it. So I think for the season we've had, we deserve it. Might kick something into them next season.
No, this season.
No, next season I might kick them into gear.
No, this season you still got something.
No, we haven't. No. you didn't guarantee me the quality of the chickens. We're not doing it.
Do something.
And says Turkish Abid, just remember, quote, it's the hope that kills you, and we deserve the cooking for this historical bottle today. Even if it includes not sure you're talking about here, but yeah, must be
Swole Malteser.
Must be Toby and who's you talking about here?
Oh, X calls Robbie Malteser. It must be that.
First on page 2. Oh, that's Matisse. First on page 2, isn't that you though?
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who the Malteser is. Oh, he must be talking about TOBS. You're bored.
Matisse is cheeky.
Matisse is fucked, man. You can't, like,
You cannot be. You cannot.
He just enjoys himself every show now. He just fucking enjoys it.
We need Poch, bro. We need Poch to start quickly. Get Matisse hold back in Chelsea.
Yo, you man don't need me in this state, you know, because when I ain't got nothing to focus on, I just start going off on something else. Like, I ain't got nothing to focus on. My
you will have something to focus on next season.
My season's done. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just out here wild.
If Forest beat Arsenal, Sterling has to give City players a guard of honor. Would love to see it.
Grass ain't always greener.
I swear, you know, it doesn't matter what we do against Forest. If you win against Chelsea, that's it, no?
Yes, right.
Yeah, if we beat Chelsea, it's done. But if you lose the day before, we don't need to win any more games.
They wouldn't give the guard of honor at Chelsea though, because it would be after the game. You know, so it would be the following Brighton game. They would get a guard of honor.
I'm fairly sure if they lose to Nottingham Forest, like we're champions now.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, true.
I don't want to do a guard of honor.
Oh yeah, my bad. I thought it was, sorry.
You're making me question my maths here because I was gassing that up all
day.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, Sterling, man, you might have to hold that still.
If I was Raheem Sterling, I'd pull a hamstring this week. I'd say I can't travel, man. I can't travel. It's too sore. I can't go up there because that's going to hurt him.
Nah, Sterling needs to hold.
I don't mind you, man, winning it at the end of the game when we've already, you know, what I mean, pissed off into the changing rooms. But guard of honor's a bit.
Raheem Sterling needs to hold a guard of honor.
Why wouldn't you give a guard of honor?
No, we won't give it if you haven't mathematically done it before the game. That's the point.
No, but
so I need Arsenal to win the Nottingham Forest game. Turkish, come on now, let's do it. Let's win. Arsenal.
Kiefer says Turkish knew it was too good to be real, and that's exactly why he was sitting on the fence. At least now it's hard to find receipts on him, while every other Arsenal fan are getting cooked all summer. Oh man, for this stupid shit. Oh, fucking hell, man. It is what it is. Surely we're near the end of the segment.
Yo, bro, there's so many super chats to go.
Bro, it's mad. Ryan says Turkish, like how I said to you earlier today on AFTV, it's the mentality of these players in our team that has let us down, plus Arteta not learning from some mistakes from last season. Oh, next season's the one. It has to be. TOBS knew he had a bigger fish to fry on Sunday, says Boogeyman, so he went out for a walk with his girl on Saturday. As Grizz, my brother says, football is a humbler Arsenal fans. Juwan says, you man need to shut up. If it was your team that played that way, you'd have been the same. Not to say there's not some idiot fans.
Yeah, of course. It's always idiot. But you know, we don't feel sorry for you around here. It's just the name of the game.
He's sad, man. He's sad.
You want your binky, bro? Do you want your binky? Your bottle.
Regine says, I'm usually of the opinion that team accomplishment should not affect individual awards. But if City win the treble with Haaland top scorer for both the league and Champions League, Ballon d'Or shout. If Haaland does it,
yeah, he has to win it, man.
He has to win it.
Just depends on.
And I love Messi. I can't lie.
I love Messi, but yeah, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
He's top scorer in
Messi will win it.
Come on, man.
So when you won the treble, when you won the treble, did you have a Ballon d'Or winner that year? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Who was it? 99. Can't remember. You know, to be fair, I have to check up on that one. But I don't think so.
Someone must have done a madness somewhere else.
Yeah, someone must have done a madness. So
that Messi World Cup campaign, that seems Ballon d'Orish to me. I can't lie.
I know, but the thing is, Man United they got lucky in the final against Munich. So
lucky.
They'd have to put it all on that World Cup though, TOBS, because the PSG year he's having is not.
The first half of it was good. Yeah. Second half was not. But boy,
it's calendar year.
It's the World Cup.
The second half of it has got him doing statements. Do you know what I mean?
What's more prestigious though, World Cup or Champions League? I think World Cup is more prestigious.
World Cup.
That's where he wins. World Cup. That's what I'm saying. So that's where.
Not a question. It's
not a question. Yeah.
Yes, it's easy.
But like I said, Haaland, when you won that single season, it's mad.
If Haaland wins a treble at smashing every record in the process and doesn't win a Ballon d'Or, it's a complete piss take. I don't care what Messi did for those 4 weeks in December. Like Haaland's good for the
yeah. Why would you care? Why would you
Yeah,
care?
you'll find people care more about Messi than Man City.
That was a great 4
That's
weeks.
not the question.
What a statement to make. I don't care about what he did in the 4 weeks.
I don't. If Haaland wins the treble, Haaland wins
Okay.
the treble and smashes every record in the process, he needs the Ballon
I know,
d'Or.
but we told you nobody cares.
The award for best player,
I didn't
brother.
ask. I didn't ask.
Nobody
The
cares.
award for best player.
I didn't ask.
To be fair.
Kevin says, don't forget comparisons to the invincible team, combined 11s with Liverpool's winning team, and Bayern Champions League winner, I believe, and MSN. Man didn't compare them to MSN, but yeah, big up everyone.
You kind of did, brother.
Nah,
It's
man.
like when I did the Berbatov warehouse in it Turkish. They just read things and it's too much in it, man.
No, you stay out this.
No, but it's true though, Turkish. You know?
If Turkish is in company with you, then that's not good.
Yeah.
I was like, at the end of the day, my team was just taking it. My team was a mini to win out there, and that was it, man. What can we do?
But yeah, mine was just, super chat is baby.
Yo, you've had a few though. That's the problem with you.
Yeah, but then you don't come off your fence, so yeah.
that was a fucking good one.
That's a banger.
One thing we're not going to accept is gal talk from Matisse. Shake my head. Nor will we accept chat from top right, middle bottom, and a City fan who comes alive when it ain't sticky.
I've been alive all season, mate.
Okay.
Big up DJ Polar.
Do as you do.
They are trying to compare a young Arsenal side of players that haven't even played Champions League football to Liverpool and City teams with players in their prime. The best is yet to come.
Tuesday. I hope he's talking about his own fans, because opposition fans didn't make these comparisons. I hope he's talking to your own fans, because it was your fans that made those comparisons. I want him to think about that. Food for thought, brother. Yeah, food for thought.
That's always the case though. Like there'll be extreme opinions like that, and then we're getting the heat. I'm like, bro, we took that influence from you. Do you know what I mean? Like when you guys started saying Arteta out, I just was like, yo, this is fire. Yeah, Arteta's dead. And now it's like, yo, put respect on Arteta. I'm like, yo, I'm just following you lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Why is it always what's this switcheroo Uno reverse card bullshit that you man are playing with us right now? Like you said this. You said it.
Every fan base says a lot of shit. Let's have it right.
I know, but you guys got the most followers, so we hear you more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. It is. Freddie says eighth bottle in top 4, bottle in the league. Arsenal fans think it's a given to compete for a league. United, Newcastle, Liverpool, and Chelsea will all improve. The likelihood of them all improving at the same time. Like, we always expect this to happen. Last season, the expectation was you're not going to make top 4. These teams are going to improve, and some of them didn't. Aaron said, this is why we must buy a right winger to compete with Saka. 100%. Saka cannot play every game, but when he is on it, he is our best player, in my opinion. 100%. We need another right winger.
Facts.
Or a striker, and then you have the option to play Jesus on the right wing.
I think the good thing for you is there's so many, like, despite how good you've been, there's so many positions that you can say, yo, like, we can really make like serious upgrades in this position to take us from here to here. It's just a case of whether you're going to spend the money.
Yeah, that's the thing. It has to be a big summer. Like, I know people try and mention how much we've spent before, but the reality of it, when we spent that money, it wasn't money that made everyone here, including myself, think we're going to fucking do something this season. We've never spent that money. And I think it's about time we actually do spend that sort of money where it's like, fuck's sake, we're actually gonna challenge again. We might win it and have chess from the start of the season. Obviously, the chess came this season from the way we started, the way we continued it up until the World Cup, after the World Cup, when we were winning without Jesus. But it's a chance for this club to actually go big this summer and prove that they've learned off of that latter Wenger period where we're just making Champions League and not really going for anything. We can't be going back to that. But yeah, I read this one, right? I sent salam to SAEED and Grizz. Big shout out to TOBS, HUGH, Matisse, and my fellow Gunner Turkish generals. I can't lie, bro. It's open season on us right now, but we move. Bro, it is what it is, man. We're nearly an hour in, so they've had their fair share. And to be honest, we've got it over the last 3-4 weeks when you look at the results and whatnot. This must be the cap to it all. I don't. What, are you man gonna try the same thing again next Monday, or have you got it all out now? I don't want to be.
It's pretty much.
I've used all my jokes now.
Can I get my gold ring, my gold frame next Monday?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who did.
I mean, if you drop points to Nottingham Forest, then of course we can't just drop it. We have to talk.
We're second. We're finishing second. What's wrong with you? We're done. We tapped.
Yeah, third in a 2-horse race. Remember that?
Yeah, we remember that.
Yeah.
There's a 1-horse race.
Yeah,
There's a 1-horse race.
Of course we're going to talk. Of course we're going to talk.
Who said 1-horse race though?
To be fair, if we back
I said third in a 2-horse race.
But I thought you said 1-horse
Daniel
race.
Levy's brother said it. Julian, 1-horse race.
Yeah. That's it. Man can't speak for these. I can't do it. I speak for myself.
What did you call him? Daniel Levy's brother.
Yeah.
If we've cut Chelsea so many times, I think one more, it's all right for Turkish, I reckon, next week. If they lose to
Chelsea, haven't got in a while though. I think we've you know.
Don't know, man. It's been in the trenches, Matisse. I can't lie. You know, and I remember last season when we got cooked every day. So yeah,
I'm not even in. Yeah, I mean, listen, my team's done. My season's finished. I'm on the beach.
A very rich beach.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You ain't on no beach, brother.
Listen, bro, them chicken wings were not satisfactory, right?
You ain't tasted them. Can you speak afterwards? You ain't tasted them.
You just said the quality cannot be confirmed. So
that's different. That's different. That doesn't mean it's not good about it. I said I can't guarantee it. Do you guarantee anything in life?
I don't guarantee points. No, I don't. It's gonna be no points for you, brother. 0-0-0.
Speak soon. Speak soon. Brown.
Yeah, we've got bare super chats, you know. It's actually all mad. Franz says the biggest bottle job in Premier League history because of Lee Mason. We've got bigger fish to fry. Hold that. Get X on here. What's X gonna do? Come here and say a couple jokes to mask the pain and suffering his team put him through. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Easy.
Big up X though, same way. But yeah, what's he gonna come and say? His team's Toby knows, man. Toby tapped out on Tottenham a long time ago.
Yeah, but he's
had a big round table therapy.
The ops, innit? So boy,
unbelievable.
We can actually touch in on that round table because Toby doesn't like talking about his club. So when we go to Tottenham, we can talk about the round table and how his therapy session went.
Oh,
underrated show. Arsenal is like a girlfriend who's saying she's changed but keeps on cheating. TOBS and SAEED are the best villains of the show. I think Matisse this season has been a real fucking
pain. Yeah, he's been a villain, man.
It's all mad. No, I didn't compare them to MSN, but thank you for the super chat. Philippe says,
why didn't you didn't read that super chat though? Go back to it and read it.
No, I just saw MSN, so I know what it's about. For the last 4 weeks, man's been getting them. It's just that how many times?
You probably have.
I'm telling you, man.
Bro, last
anything, man.
MSN, whatever. Philippe says, all jokes aside, who do we honestly see challenging City? If City win a treble, then next year do 4 in a row would be mad. Philippe, funnily enough, I actually see Newcastle being the one to disrupt it completely. Obviously, a team might win it here or there, but competing with the money and the resources, it's only Newcastle that can really do it.
We're not the team that's about to win another 9 games in a row and just show something at the end of the season.
Back yourself, man. You don't back yourself to be in a race next year.
Yeah. No. We'll talk. What's he talking about? Just next season?
Who said that?
Who do we see challenging City?
Yeah, but I thought he meant in general, not next season. If he's talking about next season, obviously I'd expect Arsenal to be there, City to be there. I'd expect Liverpool to be there. That's probably it.
That's it, really.
There's a lot of factors, man.
I'd expect Liverpool to be there.
What about the era enders, man? Surely they'll be.
To wait until the summer with Liverpool.
Well, we ain't showing you something.
Newcastle, depending on what they do,
you're gonna be.
Liverpool are playing when the.
Are we segueing into? Are we segueing? No, those pressures tonight.
Liverpool are playing. Liverpool are winning games in a row when the pressure's.
Are we segueing onto the Liverpool?
And they're not in any competitions.
That's what I'm saying. My brother, you've been doing beating scrubs. Matisse, you've been doing 007
Yes,
videos.
I have.
This is the real 007. We just won 7 games in a row tonight. Please don't speak on my team.
Yeah,
you guys
when
have no
nobody,
pressure.
when
You have no
nobody cares.
pressure on you. You're not
Nobody
making.
cares.
You're not making top four. Nobody
Oh,
cares.
nobody cares. Oh,
Nobody
Toby.
cares.
Oh, everyone's come alive because Liverpool chat, but nobody cares.
We was alive
Everyone's come
anyway.
alive.
No,
We
because
was
not because
already alive.
No. One at a time. One at a time. This is like a corner shot.
But
One at
you're
a time,
asking
one
us
at a
for
time.
questions and you're saying one at a time. Go
I'm
on,
taking you
go
all on. That's why.
Go on, you go first.
Because you won your games when you'd already fucked your objective for the season. You were talking about challenging us. Nunes was going to outdo Haaland. You'd fucked it. Now you're winning a few games. Don't
You're
care.
doing them ones in it, but I didn't see. This is
Ow,
the Turkish defense league. innit?
We had high hopes for you this season, and you let everybody down.
I never said none of that.
What
None of
month
that.
did you go out of all competitions?
I never said none of that. Anyway, we're on the super chat.
January, I think.
No,
We're on super chat still.
was it January? Was it? Was it January or was it February?
February.
No, they're Champions League. So they played. They
Oh,
played.
February. Early February.
Let him finish the super chats in it. We speak soon.
Went out of all comps in February.
Ain't easy.
No, but they won the Community Shield, and back then they were going to go on to win everything. So,
But at the moment, we've won the same.
Nunes was crying when he won the Community Shield, like he won the Champions League, thinking he landed on his feet. He was going to go on and do something special. Mate,
He knew what was coming. He knew what was coming.
But you lost gassed him up. He was a big flop. We'll chat
That
about
day
it.
was mad, you know, man. That day was
Well,
mad.
hold on. Who gassed Nunes up? I thought you lost.
Wait, the Liverpool fan. Oh, you know, Haaland versus
Liverpool fan.
Nunes.
Liverpool fan.
Nunes going to
The idiots in it. Go and speak to idiots in it. Go and speak to a football man like me then in it. Go and speak to idiots if you're gonna do idiot talk. You know what I mean? No one compared him to Haaland, man. Come on, idiot. But to call him a flop, is quite wild, Huey. Like you've made some dumb shouts in your time.
Based on what
But
he
to
was
call
set
him
for
a
at the
flop
start
is
of the
quite
season,
wild.
he's flopped it up. Based on what he was set for at the start of the season, he's flopped it up, Grizz. Simple as.
Nah, man, he's not a flop, man. Come
Wait,
on,
Liverpool
relax.
fans gassed him up. I'm not even saying you because maybe you didn't, but some Liverpool
Relax.
fans went ham. They bought
15
serious
goals in a first
Their
season.
life
man.
savings into Darwin Nunes stocks, and now they're at an all-time low. They've lost cash.
We could talk about times of essence. Take a
We
shit.
need this rivalry back next season.
You went out of the 4th round in the FA Cup.
Yeah. So Wolves was it? Who did he go out to?
Brighton.
Brighton. Oh yeah, Brighton.
They nearly went out to Wolves. They should have gone out to Wolves.
Can you tell we're back? Can you tell we're on your necks and like we're about to get fourth on a disaster?
Round of 16
The way
in the
you are
Champions
talking.
League.
Can you tell? Can you not tell? All jittery.
No, we're not jittery.
No, I'm speaking very calmly and composed.
We're not jittery at all.
Yeah, you're jittery. We might get top 4. Look how shook you lot. Matisse is reading his notes.
Went out in the round of 16 in the Carabao Cup.
Matisse, stop reading pre-prepared notes. We're better than that on this channel. We're better than that. We don't do.
You mean we're better than him being prepared? What's
what I mean is natural. Natural.
Natural Kanate age.
I have got a few, but we are.
Go. Yeah, but it's the minute Turkish like show them, tell them shut up in it.
No, but the conversation was interesting. I thought
it's not interesting. It's a dead conversation.
Because you were gassing up Liverpool.
No, because you were just
I'm
about
not
to say
gassing up
that
Liverpool.
You were saying that Liverpool.
When Philippe asked the question about challenge,
I'm not gassing up.
You were just about to say.
You start talking about 007, man. You start talking about 007. You brought her in a
Instead of this season being a humbler, you were just about to say, "Oh, you didn't think Liverpool can be title contenders next year?"
That's all I said.
You won 7 games in a row.
That's all I said. You don't. That's all I said.
And what I said to you in return is, I would rather wait and see what Liverpool do in the summer before I can make that prediction.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All of them, listen, all them hey Alexises in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not putting title credentials on no red circles. I'm looking
problem,
for
man. No problem, man. No problem.
Are you going to accept that we should wait on the summer signings before we crown you as title champion?
I accept everything that you lot say. I accept it. I mean, you're my family, man. I accept everything that you lot say and do. No problem. It's up to you lot.
No. That's not why I asked you. Are you okay? Like, are you calm with us waiting until
he's not okay. He's not.
Do I fucking look calm?
He's not okay. He's not okay.
Do I fucking look calm?
He's not okay, bro.
He knows.
I'm fucking calm.
They're gonna be, hitting the barrel.
I love the way that Mandem can go out of all competitions in February and then try and make a late surge for top 4, something that they were meant to be guaranteed, and try
And
and
then
make
gas
it
it up.
look like as if it should be
Exactly.
gassing
up.
just
No,
because
gassing
my
up.
season was bad. You guys
Let's
are
go
trying
through the
to
games.
fuck yourselves up.
Go
No,
through the-
bro.
go
No,
through
bro. You're not gonna
the
do
teams
that.
that they
You're
played,
not gonna
guys.
do that.
Go
You're
through
not
the
gonna
teams
do
that they've played, please.
We played the
Don't do
same
that.
teams that are part of all the league that we're in, like you're 7th in and you're 12th in or 13th.
Because we're
Same
shit.
teams.
We were one of the
Guys,
teams you
guys,
played. and
You'll
we
find-
got
you'll
you.
find it's the same
You might want
teams.
to stop talking now.
They don't want to stop, say they don't want to stop talking. They try,
Like,
all I said
hey,
is
we're busy.
you don't think all I said was you don't think Liverpool going to challenge City, and they go everyone's dying.
No, it's too early to mention your names. 100%. Way too early.
Too early. No problem. Huey is
It's too early to say
the team that's about to win it says that they're the team that we're the only team that they remotely
that was the
consider.
past. That was the
So
past.
Hugh, do you expect Liverpool to challenge next season?
Not right now. No, we'll see how they do in the summer.
No, not right now.
See?
That's such a fake comment.
all
From
said
Huey.
it.
It's good. You're fitting in.
The
You're fitting in with it.
overseer of the Premier
What's
League
fake
has
about it? What's
spoken.
fake about it?
You're
The
fitting
overseer
in
of
well.
the
You're
Premier
fitting in
League
well,
has
Huey.
What's
With the
fake
shit.
about that, Grizz? What have you
that's
shown
fair,
me
that's
this season
fair,
to
Grizz.
suggest that you'll challenge
I'm
next
just saying.
season?
I'm just literally 20 minutes ago. You said, "Yeah, they're the only team that really."
Yeah, but
I
that was
think
You're
the
not
past.
that guy anymore. But you're not that
that
guy
was the
anymore.
past. 20 minutes ago was in the past.
It's like
20 minutes ago.
it's like when Floyd Mayweather had that.
It's
that
okay.
fight, you
No
know what I mean?
problem.
Guys, do you want me to tell you Liverpool's? Do you want me to tell you Liverpool's fixtures as well? By the way, right? Since that Arsenal-
None of us. No one else played them.
No, wait. I just want you to
Yeah,
know.
we slapped you up 4-1 not so long ago.
Yeah. So Leeds
All right.
away.
What do you want? A league title? You got it. What do you want? What else
Leeds
do you want?
away. Nottingham Forest at home. West Ham away. Us Spurs at home, which they always win. Fulham at home. Brentford at home. Leicester away.
But Toby, man, come on, man.
I know he's making himself. You know. A lot of comments. And I always respect that. A lot of people say, Toby's the most knowledgeable guy on the Big Six, and you know what? I pay homage to that.
Yeah.
But when he says dumb fool man shit like that, what he just said, it's just dumb fool man, isn't it?
What? Why is it dumb?
You're
Why
dumb
is it
fool
dumb?
man for saying shit like that.
Why is it dumb? Why is it dumb?
Because there's the same teams that none of you lot are being apart from the City.
What do you mean?
Arsenal.
And
So we play a different. So we play a different set of teams.
And what are we? So you made a great point there. You made a great point there.
but-
These
yeah,
are the
but-
same teams that none of you have beaten. And
fact
what are
is-
Chelsea? What are Chelsea this season?
Awful. Shit.
And what are Spurs this season?
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So do you really
So ask
think-
me. Hold on. You haven't asked. Why haven't you asked about my team? So what's
But the fact that you've gone 7 wins in a row. Let's just put this in perspective.
It's not going to make sense, innit? It's not going to make sense. One at a time. Let me address Toby's point first, and then we come to you. Toby, you haven't finished the sequence. What do I think about Liverpool this season? Shit as well. I'm not gassing us up, brothers. You lot are triggered for no reason. I'm not gassing up Liverpool. Even if we get to 4, it's a disastrous season. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's been a disastrous season, but I'm going to come for United and Newcastle, and especially United. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not gassing up Liverpool. I'm just ready to bring United down.
I'm not saying you're
That's all I'm saying.
now. I'm saying you spoke on Liverpool.
I ain't said nothing. Where have I spoke on?
You did, bro. I'm
Where? What did I say?
When
Where
we were
did I
speaking
say?
about
What did I say?
Superchat, you put Liverpool in
Huey-
the conversation as title challenges.
I asked.
And we said, let's wait until the summer. You said, oh no, but you're not going to think about the team that have won 7 straight. That's the only reason why I brought the fixtures up.
Yeah, you did do that. You showed a bit of confidence, arrogance.
That's a question.
Yeah.
If it's not my fault, you lot interpreted my question as arrogance.
It reminds me of when it reminds me is Kevin De Bruyne world class. I was loaded and I said, no, you shouldn't ask these questions. Not every question should be asked. It's very dangerous to ask these questions.
Also, I can't ask questions anymore.
Not until the summer window. Not until we see what your sources, sources bring back to the table.
No problem.
Not then.
No problem.
We will not.
Not until I see, hey.
Same question. Same questions. Then no one's allowed to ask questions. Turkey, did you hear that? SAEED? No one's allowed to ask questions. No problem.
Chris, come on, you can't be doing this.
No one's allowed to ask questions. Eat pizza and shut up.
Nah, come on, Grizz. Come on. Don't be like that.
All I said was
like
Turkish asked. Who asked? Hold on. Let's rewind. Selector. Who asked the original question? Who's gonna?
Turkish listed off who he thinks is going to be in the race next season.
It was a super chat from Philip.
Oh yeah. Big up Philippe. Yeah, Philippe said, "Who's gonna challenge City again?" And I said, "None of you lot consider Liverpool." And that's all I said. And you lot went pop it off.
No, you said
it's the way you said it. I mean, it's the way you said it.
You said no one's going to
7 games in a row.
That's me. Sorry, the way I said it. Okay, I'm sorry for the way I am.
You see this guy? You see all of this argument?
I'm sorry for the way I am. You want me to change? No problem, I'll change.
No, I don't.
Don't change.
Who you are, brother. Don't worry, man.
If you want me to
You
change, I'll
who
change.
you are, man. You remember that song?
Remember that song?
True to who you are.
Yo, finish.
What do you think? Shall I get back into the super chat? Or you know, finish
It's
up
up to
on
you,
Liverpool?
bro. It's up to you. I'm not we're allowed to do what we're not allowed to do. We can't be ourselves. We can't ask questions. We can't read out super chats.
Grizz, no, finish on Liverpool because we're on Liverpool.
Yeah. Finish up on
Liverpool.
No, fuck Liverpool. Fuck Liverpool.
No, we need to know.
We can't talk
how you feeling about this top four.
We can't talk about Liverpool until the summer, apparently.
Oh, come on.
I'm asking you now.
Man. Come on.
We just beating teams that no one else has played.
Nah, it's facts. Let's move on.
How was the performance today? You enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, Curtis Jones. By the way, Matisse, you asked Curtis Jones questions early in the season.
I did, and he made me apologize on stream on watching. That second goal was unbelievable.
Big up. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Sick. And Trent Alexander-Arnold. Big up Sava. Since Sava's spoken, the guy's been player of the season since then. So big up Sava every time. Yeah, man. Man's got I don't even know his stats. Someone was showing me, like all these accounts on Twitter show his stats and his numbers and what he's doing. He's doing some great things, which bodes well for next season. We're still shit. We've had an awful, embarrassing season, regardless of where we get top four. I don't believe we're going to get top four. It will just be a mad consolation. That's all it is. You're right. Let's see what we do in the summer, and let's see how we come strong next season. Liverpool section over.
Yeah, Curtis Jones needs his plaudits, man. He's
nice. Such a nice player.
He's a good player. He's very secure technically. Very secure.
Yeah.
You know when you talk real football, you're a real football man, Toby.
He likes him now.
Now he likes you now because you're praising him.
Keep talking.
The second goal he scored today was really good, man. It was really good.
Do you think he can compete with the new signings? That's the question, though, isn't it? Because
it's up to him. Yeah. He's been asked the question every time he's had a run of games in the team. He's done well. In the COVID season, in the mad injury situation when we had no centre backs, he was one of the young at the time. I think he was 18, 19. That it helped us finish third in a mad season. Since then, he hasn't had a run of games consistently. Now he's been playing 7, 8, 9 games in a row. He's performing very well. The pressure, you're right. I agree with everything that everyone's going to say. Yeah, but let's see, can you do it when it counts? Blah, blah, blah. Of course.
So I think it's good though, right? It's good because obviously we don't know who you're going to sign in the summer. So it's still an unknown.
Speak for yourself, brother.
Yeah, obviously, you have a better understanding of who you're going to bring in. But ideally, from the outside looking in, the plan is for you to bring in starters. So if you bring in starters and you've got Curtis Jones doing this in and out of the team, then you're already way ahead of where you were this season.
But it bodes well, right? When you've got a youngster who's a local, loves the club, knows the club, and he's being able to compete for a squad place, which he definitely is. I'm not telling anyone and any of you lot that he's a star. That's it, bona fide star, Curtis Jones. What I'm saying is he needed to show himself to be a squad player, a useful squad player, and still keep learning the game. And that's what he's doing. And that's what you can ask about him.
Come on, Grizz, man. I like that, man. That's good. Come on.
I'm changed, man. You'd ask me to change, I'm changed.
Few super chats on Liverpool. Grizz said Liverpool will finish above Arsenal and get Jude. As a wise man said, don't go anywhere. See you in the Europa League.
Matisse, they're still calling me yeehaw because of your donkey drag.
That's a classic moment, you know. That was a classic moment. Amir says City and Liverpool played 3 times this season. Liverpool won twice. Right now, Liverpool have 65 points. United have 66. This is the worst Liverpool on the clock. Imagine when we're back on form.
Liverpool won twice. We beat them in the Carabao, then we beat them in the league 4-1.
And we beat you. We beat the Charity Shield, another trophy in our cabinet.
So
and in the league.
So
twice. Like my mouth saying great, but that's twice, my brother.
Hamza says, nah, we need to make a Big Six compilation for this season. Grizz line about Kanate's age and SAEED about Newcastle's defense were iconic moments for me.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yo, there's too many iconic moments,
season, man. We do need to do the compilation. That would be good, though.
Yeah, you know what? If people know where certain moments are across the season,
that's right.
Go to the comment section.
If you want us to make a compilation end of season video, hit us up in the comments and let us know the ones that you don't want put in there, and then we chat to Skull, innit?
Yeah, so
and it has to be evenly distributed, innit? Like I know
100%.
Man's worried about.
You know, I know it's got to be, you know, a minute each, you know. So everyone has their little bit of moments. You know?
You say you don't want to be the star of the show now?
Yeah, I just want to be in there, just just on the corner. You guys have your time to shine as well. You know.
Yeah, I read that one. Sorry. Faris says, big up Grizz, but we didn't forget when you conceded the league. You still said that you'll finish above Arsenal and finish in the top 4. Don't go anywhere.
I don't know.
You know what? I've still got quite a few. I've got 19 left from the Arsenal City stuff earlier. Let me bring them up. Ben says, Turkish is hard to banter you, but as a United fan, hold this smoke. From an unbiased opinion, this team reminded me of 16-17 Tottenham. Difference is the board are looking to further invest, so I see trajectory. Well, we hope so. We hope so. I won't be able to get all of these in, people, because it's hour 20 minutes. It's 1 minute past midnight in the UK. So if I don't read it out, apologies. Love for the super chat. But, it gets like that on the Big Six sometimes, and I have to prioritize the conversation. Jesus, Eddie, Saka, Reece, Saliba, Holding. Compared to Mahrez, Silva, Grealish, Foden, Haaland, Alvarez, our squad depth is poor, which is why we have fallen short. Teams win you cup comps, but squads win you leagues. Something we got to address this summer. Let me get one more in here. Arsenal. TOBS is right. We've got to build on this season, but with that, expectations change. Compete for title, go deep in Champions League, and win a cup. Kroenke must back Arteta with what he wants in order for this to be real. Yeah, 100%. Like I said, people, apologies if I've missed super chats. If there's time at the end, I've still got them up here anyway. Still 15 left, so I'll get into that. But where do we move from here? What's the next subject matter? I mean, Arsenal. I guess City, 1 win away from the league. Yeah. You've already talked that part, but then Madrid coming up 1-1. That's probably where to go to next. Unless anyone's got objections.
No. I think it makes sense because obviously we spoke about Arsenal.
Yeah, we've gone here.
Yeah, listen, fantastic week. This day next week, we could be Premier League champions and hopefully, please God, Champions League finalists, FA Cup finalists, and we'll be within, I think it's 3 games at that stage, 2 games from winning a historical treble. So, listen, man, great week. That Everton game, I think it had banana skin potentially written all over it. There was a couple of changes, like I said, there probably would be. I said there'd be 2 or 3. There was 2 or 3, but we still went and got the job done, man. Ilkay Gundogan. I said last week that Kevin De Bruyne is up there with the Paul Scholes and Gerrards and that kind of thing, and people don't like that because people are held back by nostalgia. But Gundogan's up there too. It's 3 seasons in a row now. Gundogan's been absolutely pivotal in a Premier League title race, scoring massive goals every single season. This guy's up there with one of the Premier League greats, and I just hope we can give him another year or 2 on his contract because I don't want to lose him just yet. But listen, we move on to Madrid now on Wednesday night. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not underestimating Madrid. I know what they're capable of, but how can I not back this team, man? How can I not back this team in the form we're in? 11 straight Premier League wins. People said we couldn't do that. Earlier on in the season. City won't put a run together. They've gone stale. They've gone flat. Haaland's made them worse. Pep's got the tactics wrong. But I can't not back this team, man. We're in great form. Everybody's playing well. I think we have a fully fit squad now for the first time in a long time. So, listen, man, bring them on. Maybe we'll be at Istanbul just yet. Or Lisbon. I think they talk about Lisbon. So, bring it on. How are we feeling?
I don't know, man. Me and Matisse will be there, won't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I might join you lot. One of you lot. Like, we share it. Yeah.
You know, I've been. We are invested. I've been speaking to some Real Madrid fans today. They give me their reassurances that they'll give their all. You know, and
did
whether
you say thanks?
I said thanks, you know, and you know, like I said, man, you know, we will be there. And I don't know, man. I just got this feeling, man, that Real Madrid will go there and win. I know.
Is it a feeling or a hope, Saeed? Is it a hope or a feeling?
No, I've got. Listen, when you got that, it's heritage, isn't it? So that's feeling, isn't it? Like it's not hope, is it? Like heritage is feeling.
I'll say there's absolutely no hope, and I'm not doing this from a pessimistic. This is time where let's talk a little bit serious football. Man City and Pep Guardiola and Gundogan, they're playing some next level stuff.
That goal from Gundogan, the first goal.
Yeah, Gundogan needs to. Gundogan is for sure. You know, we speak about underrated.
He's in that category.
And we speak about so many players. Oh, is he underrated? Is he underrated? Gundogan is one of the most underrated. I don't know. I don't want to say disrespected, but you know, if you're underrated, you're. I
feel like he's just not talked about enough. You know what I mean? People don't talk about the times where De Bruyne was out for 2 months in a title race against you. Gundogan goes and scores 16 goals. That the following season he goes and scores the 2 goals off the bench to win us the Premier League against Aston Villa, and other massive goals before that too. And then this season he's done what he's done at his age. I think he's our second most played player of the season, or third behind Rodri and Ederson at his age, and being the captain. He could captain this team to a treble. And he's about to captain this team to a three-peat. He's not spoken about enough, and he's not appreciated enough.
Well, I didn't agree though. I don't think he went a bit too far. You know, put him in the all-time 11. That was a bit too far. Again, like I said to you, that is recency bias. But I do think he's in that conversation. Like we used to have a player called Michael Carrick, and he was so underappreciated. I think Gundogan is in that bracket of so underappreciated. You don't know what people forget what he gives you. He gives you so much balance, man. That you can play in the 6.
I just love his game intelligence. If you look at him, he's not overly quick. He's not overly techers in terms of skill. Whatever. He's not overly physical. You know, he's got no elite physical attribute apart from his brain is on another level of speed. Like his footballing intelligence. The guy is a genius in his head, man, and he's a clutch player, like Hughie said. Comes up when they need him the most, and you got to big him up. You got to respect him, and he comes across as a very, very nice guy as well. So yeah, man, I just want him sold or gone, man. Get out of here.
He looks like he's leaving though, doesn't he? And
well, what's it, Hughie? Would you like it to?
End the contract.
Like apparently it's like because you don't want to give him a 2-year contract. Like
it's weird, isn't it?
I'm not sure what it is. Apparently there's no decision made either way. He's not decided he wants to leave. There's a bit of a conflict there. They're not quite sure. But my thing is I want him to stay because quite clearly he's still able to control games. You see it on a week-to-week basis now. But I also don't want it to run its course. Like say with some of your players, this isn't Australia by the way, but some of your players who maybe overstay. We've had them too. I think Yaya Toure maybe stayed a year or 2 over his time. He should have left earlier. The same way we let David Silva go, we let Aguero go. I don't want them to get to a stage where Gundogan's getting rings run around him in the Premier League, and we're going, this is a really sad way to end Gundogan's great career at Manchester City. So they have a decision to make there, and the board generally make the right decision. So I'll back them whatever they do. But I would like him for at least another season. But if he doesn't want that, you just don't know.
I see something on Twitter where it was asking the best German player in the Premier League, history-wise.
Oh,
well, you've got Gundogan, Ballack,
Lehmann's in there.
Lehmann, yeah.
Well, let's be real, man.
They're different eras. They're different eras, man.
Towards his career, Ballack was towards the end of his career.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we saw the best of Michael Ballack.
No, do I.
When he came to the Premier League,
he was brilliant for us, but I would agree. I wouldn't say that it was the best of him.
Klinsmann.
Yeah, Klinsmann. Yeah,
Klinsmann for Spurs.
It's a great question, man. It's a great question. No, I guess he is the best.
Ozil, though. We're forgetting Ozil, though, man. But again, he's not. He's unfulfilled Ozil. So I would say Gundogan he's reached his kind of potential.
For me, Gundogan is the best German player to ever play in the Premier League. But I assume people will always have an argument against that.
Ozil was great. He was still unfulfilled, though. You know, whereas Gundogan, you don't feel that with Gundogan. He's not. He's a player that's fulfilled.
But again, it's that argument, isn't it? Gundogan is possibly part of the greatest Premier League team ever. Ozil was just Ozil for me was a footballing genius, but
he was a better player.
Who just said what? Who just said that? Who was it that said Gundogan's in the close to Premier League best team ever?
I don't know, but that was a
I
bad.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
That was
I said he's up there.
That was a bad
I said
move.
he's there with the best
Only
midfield.
say, only say.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I was saying Gary Neville said, or I think it was Jamie Carragher.
Okay, Gary Neville said.
I mean, the 2023 team and the 99 team. So he put Gundogan in there. I disagree with that.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
So I said Scholes is in there by far, but I don't know. He just put him in there because of recency bias.
People will say that a lot of Man City players don't get the respect that they deserve, and it's a very common theme that keeps coming up. And you need to come to talk to your own manager because he's the one that rotates them all the time. Like, let's be honest, none of them are irreplaceable. Any of them can be taken out of the team and replaced by somebody else in the team, and that works against them. It works for you as a club. And it works for you in terms of winning trophies, but in terms of collecting the flowers,
Except
that
one man.
I'm still figuring, man. Get out of the chat, man.
In terms of
Except there's only
collecting,
one guy that they can't do without, in my humble opinion, they can't do for more than one game.
Who's that?
Rodri.
Fair enough, yeah, because that's Calvin Phillips is nowhere near him right now, right? But if they had someone in there, then maybe. But the point is that you guys want more flowers for these players, and I get it. But it's a common theme, and you just said it. Kevin De Bruyne was out for half a season, and you were fine. So that proves the point. Is that unfortunately, Gundogan is a great player, but he's not indispensable. If Gundogan leaves Man City, as much as I rate him, he can play in 3 different positions. He's shown that he can play a false 9 at the Anfield. He's incredible. You guys will move on, and that's the difference. When
It's not about what we do. It's about comparing him to previous players and previous years.
Players have more responsibility in their teams because they have to play every single game or their teams collapse. That's the difference.
Well, you're telling me we would have beat Aston Villa last day of the season without Gundogan. You're telling me we would have won the 2021 campaign.
I don't think that's what he's
saying.
saying.
I'm saying over the course of the whole season, Gundogan is not the be all. He's nowhere near the be all and end all of Man City's success.
No, he's not. I'm making my argument based on the fact that without Gundogan, those things don't happen.
Yeah, but his point is even without Gundogan, you are already established as a team that are competing for those things versus players like Mesut Ozil. And I don't even look. I think Ozil's best years for me were at Real Madrid. But so using him as an example, he didn't have the pieces around him to bring out the best version of Mesut Ozil. He was putting chances on the plate to man like Giroud, to man like Theo Walcott, etc., etc. Gundogan can do what he can do for Man City, and you give him credit, but he's also doing it at Man City, where there's a Grealish, where there's a Kevin De Bruyne, where there's a Haaland, where there's all these players. So I feel like he comes in and he adds his piece on top. He closes.
But do you not think they were missing the main point?
The thing is, his piece isn't just an average piece. His piece in the history. His piece now goes down in the history.
We're talking about man's pieces, man.
Pause.
I'm not saying
as arguably. No, but
the point.
I get the point you're making, but you can only judge these players based on the moments they did have, not the ones they
could
have. Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, these players that we're talking about, they've also had moments for their club, and they've also had to carry more responsibility for their club. That's the main point with Gundogan.
Can I come in there?
Gundogan's been a fantastic player for Man City, and I think in recent years, definitely easily one of the best Premier League midfielders we've seen in recent years. But when we're broaching best of all time, top 10, I don't think you can put him in those conversations.
I'm not saying he's the very best of all time. I'm just saying you shouldn't damage
yourself.
I mean, Paul Scholes was in a fantastic team. Lampard was in a fantastic team. And all these midfielders have been in fantastic teams. That's why they're in that conversation. Do you think they do exactly what they did? They achieved the heights they did without the players around.
It's not the managers, man.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You can only base players off the moment they did have.
But my point is, they carried a great level of importance for their team. Not in the sense of the moments that they had, but in terms of the responsibility that they had for their teams. They carried a great level of importance. They did.
You're underestimating the importance that Gundogan does have.
Lampard is Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer.
Gundogan was on the bench on the last day last season. We weren't going to win that game.
Exactly. The fact that he was on the bench speaks volumes in the first place. Lampard is Chelsea's all-time leading goal scorer. Like, it's not a comparison, and you're comparing him to players.
I've actually not said he's better than anyone. All I've said is he's up there with the best, and I said you can't just
guys. Can I interject?
On an ability standpoint, you can make the case, but you're comparing him to players that have done it for 10, 12 years at their clubs and have been every single game. They must start every single match. And Gundogan has not been that for Man City. Yeah. And he was on the bench for the final day of the season when you were going for a title.
There'll always be a reason. There'll always be a reason why a City player can't be rated with the best. Like, there's always a way. You can never
on agenda.
Guys, let him just have it, man. Let him just have
Aguero is like top 3, top 4 strikers in Premier League history. We've already spoken about. We've already. No. I'm not going to let you do that. We've already spoken about Kevin De Bruyne. Last week we had the conversation about Kevin De Bruyne, and we said
all of your players to beat him. And that's the problem.
When it's all said and done, Kevin De Bruyne, when he retires, will probably have a strong case for an argument to potentially be the best midfielder ever in Premier League history. So don't do that. Don't do that. Vincent Kompany, thought of highly regarded. Yaya Toure is in the top 10 best ever midfielders in Premier League history for me. Don't do that. Don't pretend as if people are underrating Man City players. That's not true.
You're definitely underestimating Ilkay Gundogan. 110%. Yes, you are.
He's
in a great team.
It's always going to be a reason.
So he can't be up there with the best of the best. What sense does that make? He's an unbelievable.
Okay, so let me give you
your final game of the season against Aston Villa. Why didn't he start?
You're talking about players that must start week in, week out. You're Frank Lampard. You view Kevin De Bruyne as that.
Lampard has never sat in a title decider. Why was he on the bench?
You view Kevin De Bruyne as that player that must start week in, week out. When he wasn't there, who stepped up and took over the reign? He also does all the unrewarding work, all the silent work alongside his clutch moments. But we can't talk about him as one of the best because the rest
step up all the time. Chikorito stepped up for Man United,
man. Are you telling me Frank Lampard was part of a shit Chelsea team? Is that
Chikorito stepped up for Man United many times off the bench. Many times.
You're saying Chicharito and Gundogan.
Now Matisse is right.
But I'm going to tell you, you guys are missing the main point of this. I think for me, the main point. You know what it is,
Matisse, I love you, man. You're a funny fucker.
He's violating, man. He's violating. I think the overarching point
when your team's that shit, this is all you can do. You fight to people because you're bored.
You know what, though, guys? We're missing the overarching point. Is that Pep Guardiola is a genius, man. He's making Akanji play left back and it's effortless. The way he's putting people in midfield, defenders in midfield. I think we're missing the whole point. Gundogan, underrated, this and that. Pep Guardiola is a genius, man. What he's doing, false 9, no problem. I'll still win the league. Until he goes, I think for me, Man City will be always Man City. But this Guardiola is the problem. He is the problem. So I think that's where I think for me, the bigger kind of power comes from. Is that he's getting players to perform at a higher level than what they actually are. I don't think Akanji is a great defender. I don't think he is. But in this system, he looks flawless.
Well, I hate it.
So for me, that's the kind of overarching point. For me,
I hate that thought, man. I hate that thought because you're right. Like I know that when Pep leaves, like the club will rebuild, we will go again, and we'll try to continue our success. But I just don't see a reality in being as extravagant, as excellent, as whatever superlative you want to use, as we are right now. I think it genuinely is. You can only go down from Pep Guardiola. So I try not to think about what life after Pep is like and just enjoy it right now. Yeah. But you're right, man. He's a genius. He's a genius, and he's so smart in the way he brings in his players. He brings in these players based on the fact that they're really smart, high IQ footballers that he believes can be part of his jigsaw, that he can maneuver whatever way he wants. You're a left back, not tomorrow. You're playing center mid. You're a winger, not tomorrow. You're playing center mid.
He's a genius.
You're a center half. Tomorrow you're playing center mid. Like, listen, he does what he wants, and it seems to work all the time. I don't know how he does it, but I'm just blessed to watch it. I'm blessed to go to the games and see these things happen. Seeing people like Fabian Delph end up at left back and we go on to get a point. John Stones, the raw centre half we got from Everton, is now one of the best centre mids of the season in the Premier League. Like, make it make sense. Two Premier Leagues without a striker. We were told you couldn't win the Premier League without a number 9. Pep did it twice. Mm-hmm. Like, it's mental. And I had to step back sometimes and go, wow. Just wow. Like,
Laporte was playing centre mid against Everton. I said, bruv.
Him and Akanji.
He put Akanji, yeah, then he swapped him. I was like, bro, I've had enough of this shit.
Akanji plays for any club, yeah.
I've had enough of this shit, honestly. It's ridiculous.
You know what it is as well? This is another example of how our recruitment is so good, because Akanji's a player any of you could have bought. He costed 15 million. He was on the market.
He wouldn't be effective.
He wouldn't be as good for us. I can't lie. He would not be.
He wouldn't be as good.
I agree. He wouldn't be as good for Spurs. And
that's what I said to you guys. It's about system.
Horrid defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we know, innit? We already said you make everything and everyone shit. So forget you.
Yeah.
Let's get the super chats in on City. Gundogan sits on the same table as Carrick, Yaya, Gerrard.
No. That's too
Below the
much.
table of elites.
The fact that he's even
Yeah, that's too much, isn't it?
out of the elites. Just ignore
Yeah,
the
that's too much. That's too much.
Just ignore the
That's too
super
much.
chat. Just ignore the super chat.
Oh, he must have Gerard.
Matt said recency bias with Gundogan is strong. His selection is what every City fan was blaming Pep for after losing the Champions League final in Porto.
No, we had no issue with Gundogan being on the pitch, but we would prefer that as a number 8, not as a number 6.
Yeah, that was criminal.
I agree.
I hope he does that in the final as well.
I don't think you can put that under one. That's firmly on
more
Pep.
positionally, I remember, than anything. Aaron says City have had some world-class midfielders: Toure, De Bruyne, Silva, Bernardo,
I was just about to ask this.
Rodri, Gundogan.
So-
Who would you choose for a three-man midfield?
Just about to ask this because when you made that point, Man City have had some ridiculous midfielders. For me, Gundogan isn't touching Kevin De Bruyne, Yaya Toure,
and Rodri,
David Silva, and Fernandinho. Those four.
All of them, to be honest with you.
All of them.
Gundogan. Okay, Bernardo. Maybe he's on a par with.
Nah, remove Bernardo out of there. Nah.
Yeah, Bernardo can be in there.
I love Bernardo. He's quality, but you can take Bernardo out of that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Man. People forget about Fernandinho, man.
The others are
those four I mentioned.
All the others are Hall of Famers, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree.
There you go.
Fernandinho, definitely. One of the best in the NBA team.
Who would be your three then? That's the question. Who would be your three?
That's a big boy question. We need a whole show on this shit, man.
I'm taking De Bruyne, Yaya Toure, and Fernandinho.
To not have Silva in there feels like a crime.
That's the one I'm thinking about. But I'm taking.
I'm playing a 4-man box midfield like Brighton. There we go.
Nah, you gotta pick a three. That's the question.
Toure and.
All right, yeah, Toure's going centre back then. There we go.
Toure and Rodri.
Toure can't make this midfield.
Toure and Rodri make this team, whoever team it is, unbeatable.
Yeah.
The rest is up to everyone else to score goals. Toure and Rodri in this team make it. They will never lose a game of football.
Bro, can you imagine Toure and Rodri in the same midfield?
No, you don't lose a game of football.
Add De Bruyne to that. You might as well put this.
Yeah, it's finished.
And then you throw in De Bruyne.
Eight is Yaya. 10 is.
You know what?
Physicality and Kevin De Bruyne.
Fernandinho walk so Rodri can run.
Yeah, it's true.
I hear that.
When people are praising Rodri like this, and rightly so, he gets his bullets. People need to remember he was the linchpin. In Man City in the midfield.
Fernandinho,
100 points, 98 points. Fernandinho. Ridiculous.
100% agree.
Can we stop eulogizing now? Move on now. What's going on here?
I couldn't pick, man. I couldn't pick between.
Hugh, I'm going to ask you this one instead because Ryan says, what midfield trio has been better for City and why? A, Fernandinho, Yaya and Silva, or B, Rodri, Gundogan and De Bruyne? Thought says his is A.
Yeah.
Man, it's like asking to pick between siblings or like children here, man. It's just, I couldn't disrespect anything like that.
Or your favorite Big Six member.
Exactly. I don't know, man. I think every City fan's going to have different answers.
Cop out.
If you win Champions League, I think
Fans.
I think if you win Champions League, I think as an option, the last option will go down in history as the greatest. But in terms of like quality and style of play, they're all different. They're also brilliant. Like I can't disrespect David Silva, man. He's one of the players that made me fall properly in love with football. The way he moved around the pitch and read the game and the way he was able to move the ball. But then again, like you said, if these guys, the last option, win the Champions League, it's just, you've done it. You've completed the big objective.
That'll be a big decider. The Snooker Joker says you have to have David Silva in there to control the game and the tempo. De Bruyne and Toure, similar players. Klinsmann is the best player, but Gundogan is the best by achievement, says Marco. And this one's from Frost, says Messi would be getting the Ballon d'Or on heritage, to be honest. Because when you remember how tight that final was, how would it look if Mbappe won it instead? I don't get that.
Messi was the best player of the tournament, though.
It's penalties, isn't it? But yeah.
Yeah. Gundogan with the wizardry for City again, coming through clutch towards the end of the season. Man like Gundalf. And that's the City ones in. Listen, we're an hour 40 in. I know already TOBS don't want to talk about Tottenham, so we'll eliminate them.
Thank you, bro.
No problem, man.
Can we just eliminate them?
Yeah, comfortable conversations.
Let's do the top 4 race, man. Do the top 4 race. Liverpool, United. You can kind of ban them.
Yeah, listen, man.
You're already touching on Liverpool, so SAEED, I think.
Yeah, man. He did our job in it, man. You get me? Like, it wasn't pretty. Wolves are so bad, man. Like, they're not great, man. They're not great, but they made it difficult in a sense of just kind of camped in and whatnot. We should have, again, scored more goals. But again, this team doesn't want to score more goals. They just want to make it so difficult for themselves. But we had enough chances in the first half. Second half was a bit boring. I can't lie to you, man. It's one of them kind of hot days where you just kind of watching random things, and it was just one of them kind of days where nothing was exciting. And then Garnacho comes on, innit? Viva Garnacho! Bastard. You know what I'm saying? I told you, man, innit? Like, you didn't listen, did you?
What did you tell us? So, go on, talk to us.
I
about
just said
Garnacho.
to you, I just said Alejandro
Ballon d'Or,
Garnacho.
what we saying?
I said to you, Alejandro Garnacho. That's all I said to you guys, innit? And I don't need to say more. But he got the winner he got the second goal. I think it was one of them kind of games where, for me, it wasn't pretty. I think I predicted 1-0. I think it was a low scoring game anyway for me. But 2-0 sound about right. They didn't deserve the game at all. They were poor. I don't think David Hay made one save. And yeah, man, we just did the job, but we just have to win our games. That's all it is. Like, Liverpool can do what they're doing, but we have to do what we need to do. And that is win our games. And like I said to you, 1 out of 4 now, and we move in it. Bournemouth away, not going to be easy, but I think with them maybe kind of the season already over and they're kind of safe. That for me changes everything. The fact that they beat, who was it they beat on the weekend? By the way, forgot. Who did they beat on the weekend? Was it Fulham or something?
I don't know, man. The only other person who'll know that is Matisse, because it affects his area of the.
Who did they beat?
I don't give a damn.
That's your area, bro. That's your area.
What's your question? Sorry,
I don't give a damn.
Southampton. No, who was it? I forgot who they beat. Let me know the chat, by the way. Yeah. So, like I said, we just had to do our thing, and
Bournemouth,
you know what I mean?
they lost to Palace on Saturday. They lost to
Oh,
Palace
they
on
lose?
Saturday. Yeah, they lost.
Oh, they
bro.
lost.
That's why nobody knows what you're talking about, because they lost. They didn't
Shit, man. So they're not safe then. No, they are safe.
No, they're safe, bro. They're safe, bro.
Yeah,
They're
they're technically still safe.
They're
So,
finished. It's 39
you know what I
points.
mean? Why did you get me excited there, man? You know what I mean? Like,
No, they are safe though, innit? They're on the
They're
beach.
safe.
they
Yeah,
are
they're
technically
safe.
safe. Yeah, they're safe.
No, they
anyway.
are. They are safe. Like, they're safe.
Yeah, so they should be on the beaches. Yeah, man. Listen, I think for me, Liverpool will do their job. I think Liverpool will win their games. Like, generally, they'll win all their games. We just
9
have
in
to
a
do
row,
our
yeah?
job. Say?
You think we're gonna win 9 in a row?
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna win 9 in a row.
Why? How are we gonna win 9 in a row, man?
What do you mean? How are you gonna win 9 in a row? You're
He
gonna
wanted to gas him up, man. He wanted to gas
bro,
him up.
you're winning against Aston Villa. You're winning against Aston Villa.
How about Hughie? I'm asking a simple question. Why? Like, does anyone else's team win 9, 10 games in a row? Apart from you lot, innit?
It could be irrelevant stat. It could be an irrelevant stat, Grizz. So I don't want to champion that, but it's up to you.
But what if it's not? Where does it rank in? But I know it's wrong timing. We do this next show. But I know we talk about bottle jobs. Can I ask, not Saeed, I can actually Saeed as well. I hope Turkish comes back. Can I ask a very simple question? In the rankings of bottle jobs, if, and it's a very small if, I agree. If Man United, if Liverpool get into the top 4 at the expense of Man United, where does that rank in bottle job history?
Huge, man.
Oh,
Huge.
it's massive.
Absolutely huge.
Well,
Based on all the noise they made this season.
I wouldn't say
the Arsenal
history.
fans in the title race. All the noise they made this season about being
it's
built
huge.
different and eras coming to an end, and they win the Carabao Cup as a stepping stone to the next big thing. You're cemented top 4 all season. If you bottled that, by God, Saeed.
Yeah, but for me, this Champions League as well, you can't be saying, "Oh, we'll just win it next year."
So we ain't talking about us. We ain't talking about us. We're talking about you.
You're giving hypotheticals. I'm giving you hypotheticals.
City.
Grizz, to answer your question, I don't think it will be like the biggest in history, because you got to remember, Man United have bottled league title.
Don't downplay it, man. Toby, don't downplay it, man. It's still a bottle job.
We bottled. Arsenal have bottled this season, but we're talking within the context of top 4.
And the context of Liverpool, how shit we are, and I'm openly admitting we're shit.
Take Liverpool out of it, right?
If Man United buckle this
in isolation. If United don't get top 4 with the position they put themselves in, when you look at some of the games they drop points in, it's going to be an absolute
disgrace.
And all the chat that SAEED has had, built different.
Have I really?
Test, yes, you have. You've had lots of chat. Testing the waters. Red Horse at Berbatov. He said a lot of shit. He said a lot of things.
I haven't really said about the top four.
I expect you to close this out. But if you don't close this out,
have I talked smoke about the top four? Maybe it's title race that was testing the waters.
Brother, I'm telling you now, if you don't get top four, that's a new one.
You're finished.
Bro.
Absolutely finished.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's a new one.
My position for top
That's
six.
a new one.
Newcastle, take my position, my lad.
You like that one, Grizz, yeah?
That's a new one. I'm telling you now. You must get top four. Wahali.
I'll do myself.
You must get top four. You must.
Bro,
I'll tell you now, that's gonna be the show of shows.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Matisse might have something for you. They play each other, don't they?
I'm telling you, Matisse is my brother.
We don't have anything.
2 weeks, but he's my brother.
We have nothing.
We've already had a
You
negotiation.
have something for me, brother. You have
Matisse,
one of those games. You
you
have
know?
something for me. Newcastle at home or Man United away. Get me a draw. I'm not asking you to win a game of football. I know your club. You can't win a game of football. I know your club.
Oh my days.
I'm on my Toby. Shameless, brother.
That's mad.
I'm shameless.
You're mad.
Do me sign, Matisse. Do me. You know them nitties cracking. Do me sign, bro. Do me sign. Do me sign,
man,
bro.
you'll be fine, bro.
Anything,
Listen,
bro.
bro.
Anything.
Liverpool are about to win 9 games in a row. You're gonna be
bro.
fine. You're about to win 9 games in a row. You're good.
I owe you, bro. I owe you.
There's no way you're gonna tell me that the great Liverpool are gonna win 9 games in a row and still not get what they want. That's not great. That's crazy. How bad were you? How bad were you?
That's not great.
How bad were you? Like, that's crazy for you
Very
to
bad.
win. For you to win 9 games in a row and you still need my help. Like,
We
what
were-
did you do?
We were yours and Spurs levels of shit.
Wow, damn! You must have been really bad to win 9 games in a row and still need my help. There's no way, bro.
100%. I agree with you.
That's 27 points, bro.
But I'm letting you do all this because I'm desperate right now. Do me something, bro. Fix me, bro. Fix me a sign.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's not office hours, bro. We're closed.
Yo,
I'm camping outside. I'm camping outside, bro. I'm camping outside your place.
The shop is closed, bro. I can't lie. It's not opening again until August.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, just stay there, then, isn't it?
I'll see you in August.
But look, realistically, we know United and Newcastle in the driving seat. We need snookers, man. In the snooker analogy, by the way, pool analogy as well. Like, you know what I mean? Soon come.
Is it just one dropping of points from United you need, Grizz? Is it? Will a draw be used to?
Yes, brother.
It's not done. It's
probably
not done.
starving.
No, it's done. It's done. Look at the fixtures, Huey. They got Bournemouth,
Bro.
Fulham at home, and Chelsea at home.
You need
Come
them
on,
to
brother.
drop points twice. You're not getting the maths
Two
right.
games.
One, brother. One.
No, 2 games. 2
You
games.
need them to do. Look, bro, they played 35 and they're ahead of you, which means
United.
With a game in
you
hand.
need to drop
They need to
twice.
drop two.
You need twice, bro. If Man United win, if Man United get 6 points out of the last 3 games, they're through. That's it.
They're through. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, you're behind with a gameplay. That's what I'm saying. You man are so bad.
Forget it, brother.
You're
No,
finished,
one
man.
draw, man.
You man are finished.
Whoa.
You man are asking for us to do something. Even if we do something.
Look how you know the Europa League by heart, the anthem, because you've
They
been in
can
it so
still
long. Shut your
qualify,
mouth.
Oh, man.
Man knows the whole tune and everything because he's been in it so long.
Whoa. It's
United
actually
not
not
that
that
true,
true,
man.
See, this is why you have to do your Grizz. This is why you have to do your preparation.
I
This is why
wasn't
you
ready
have
for
to-
this.
This is why you have to
Matisse,
prepare.
You do want to
I
play?
wasn't ready for this. I didn't accept this.
This is
You
why
know
you
who
have
you
to
should be
prepare.
asking? You know who you should be speaking to, Grizz? You need to be speaking to Brighton fans because Brighton might be able to do you a favor when they play Newcastle.
But Chelsea can do something at Wolves, Newcastle at home on the last season. Super Frank. Last season, man. Last game.
You're right, bro. Brighton could get.
Can I tell you as well, because I know you haven't, because you haven't come prepared, right? I've come prepared.
Can I use your notes?
You need Manchester United. You need Manchester United and Newcastle to drop points twice in the last 3 games.
No, I don't think that's right.
It's right. It's right.
Newcastle have played a game less.
It's right, Grizz.
Liverpool need 5 points.
You are behind both of them. And brother,
There's Grizz. They're above you now. They're above you now with a game in hand. So if they drop points in that game in hand, they're still above you. So they have to drop points again for you to go above them. Do you get it?
Both of these two, you're feeling.
We haven't done that, man.
Well,
Madness,
Harley,
madness.
it's
Yeah. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Take it back here. Take it back. Yeah, we're done. We out of here, man.
Don't learn the anthem.
You didn't realize. You didn't realize how mudded he was.
Yeah, we're mudded bad.
And the basic transfers off that as well. So forget I say the
He was adamant that it was one game, you know.
Bro, and I don't know why we're disrespecting Aston Villa. We just saw Aston Villa go and beat, you know, I mean, like, bro, Aston Villa against Liverpool, it's not
100%, 100%.
easy.
Ain't easy.
It's not easy. You might drop points.
100%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
What a waste of a segment.
Super chats in saying Mahar says, I do think Liverpool will get top 4, but at Newcastle's expense. That Brighton game is key, and I could see Newcastle losing.
Nah. They won't lose. They'll draw. They might draw. They won't lose.
What, Newcastle losing to Brighton at home? It's a sticky one. It's a sticky one.
Nah.
Oh.
The Cotto says, SAEED, I'm glad you have a call-in show. I'm tired of calling into Grizz trying to speak gospel and educate him.
Wow.
My United brother. Top 4 is almost there.
Big up, man.
Oh, Ducotto. Yeah, big up Ducotto. Yeah. I recognize. Man ain't been on my show for weeks, you know. Man United. I wonder why. Come back, brother. Come back.
Faris says, Yaya, one of the most complete ever, was a centre-back for Pep at Barca in the CL final against United and was a goal scorer in the 13-14 season with 20 goals.
Thanks.
And then
nobody talked about the 2009 final where he played centre-back and it was just flawless.
No, we do. We definitely do. That's why he's a great. He's a great.
Yeah.
Let's Be Real podcast. People didn't believe in us last year, but City saw how we roll in the Champions League. We turned doubters into believers. Hasta el final, Apola 15, Hala Madrid.
Sorry, guys, it's not happening. We love you and that, and respect, and Hala Madrid and that back. City, I've said it openly. City will wipe the floor with you. Or Wednesday. Wednesday.
I hope this goes.
Keep saying that, Chris. Can you do one more time? Say one more time.
I hope this
City.
goes
Listen, I've been saying it from the start. I'm not doing it now. I've been saying it. I'm telling you now. There will be a minimum of 2-goal deficit.
Can I say this, right? If Liverpool were playing Real Madrid, he would have so much respect. But because he's got nothing on the line, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. So he's just going to just lay on all this juju. And then if it doesn't work out, then hey, you pick up the pieces.
I ain't saying nothing. He can say what he wants, but I'm
of course. Oh, you want me to?
I've seen this tactic before. It's
you want to police? Oh, you want to police my footballing opinions as well?
No, I'm just saying. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're playing a very good game.
Have you guys seen Man City play this year?
Yeah, but you've seen Real Madrid. You know them.
I know.
They came to Anfield.
Eras come to an end.
Brother, you saw what they come to
Where
Anfield.
we heard that?
Holy historic Anfield, and you know what happened.
Coming to an end.
Yeah, but you're being disrespectful. Yeah, but you're just like. But the thing is, you're giving them no chance.
This is the Pep and City era now as we move forward.
Yeah, but you're giving Real Madrid no chance, which means I know you're on some Fugazi stuff. I know.
No. I don't do that business. That's you.
What's your prediction here?
Go on. Yeah. I want to hear this.
He's gonna do a DAPS now.
This isn't easy to do, man. You're putting me in the spot here.
That's what predictions all about.
No, what I've been thinking for the past week was 2-1 City.
People in the chat, especially Let's Be Real, he says, why are you hating? I'm not hating. Big up Real Madrid. I'm just bigging up this Man City team under Pep. It's a colossus, brother. We've been saying it. We've been telling you. This is a colossus. Yeah. He's learned. I've been watching them carefully in Europe because that's my last hope that they don't win the Champions League. I've been watching them in Champions League. They look the complete team in Europe. Complete team.
Cool. Talk about Chelsea. No, Matisse.
Come on now.
What's your hand up for them?
No, that was just me. That was just me doing this. You know what I mean?
Just fingers crossed. Okay.
Nah,
it's cool if you don't want to talk about it. We're good, man.
Listen, Poch is here now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
his magic, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And yeah, we drew at home to the worst away team in the league. That's what we do, and that's why we won't be picking up any points. So there you go. There's your evidence.
Super chat came in earlier. Pochettino was a loser, managing England for nearly a decade. They didn't even get a sniff of a major trophy. A nothing manager.
Oh wow, Pochettino didn't win anything at Southampton. Whoop-de-doo. And what was the other one? Tottenham. I'm not going to debug that again. Next. That's my manager. That's my manager to defend next season, though. So I'll be at it ready next season, but not at 12:40 in the UK. Not.
It's not your manager.
Yeah.
That's my manager. My manager. You hear me? Yeah. You see that? Pochettino is my manager to defend. My manager. My Maurizio. Yeah. And we're gonna defend him. Me and all the Chelsea gremlins and virgins are gonna defend your Maurizio to kingdom come, and then we're gonna pick up a trophy. We're going to pick up a trophy. We're going to dunk it on your head top, right? Maurizio wins his first trophy in England. Chelsea, yeah?
Fast forward October, and Matisse is saying, get this serial loser out.
Yeah. No, I'll never disrespect my Maurizio like that. Never. I'll never disrespect. That's my Maurizio. That's my Maurizio.
This guy
is that your one? Is that your? Don't forget Antonio. You know, my Maurizio might be your one. All right, cool.
Maurizio. They still have shit chance. It's just gonna go from Chelsea to Maurizio. So crazy.
This makes you sick.
I can't listen. Madrid, please do something for me. SAEED, we will be there. We will be there Wednesday.
We'll all be there. We will all be there.
We will be there.
Hi, my guy that does the timestamps. Just timestamp that Matisse Maurizio.
Yeah,
if I need it in 3 months,
it's not the same. It's not the same as Toby. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't hit the same.
It doesn't need to be the same. It's
unique
in its own way.
It hit. We'll have some base on that.
Maurizio is my new Tuchel. I will die for this man.
Oh, my new Tuchel, you know.
Look at TOBS. I love it.
He's sickened.
This is everything.
Donovan says Newcastle will be 5th come next Monday versus Leicester City. Listen, I'm gonna slowly but surely wrap it up. But before I do, let me get the prediction table up as well. Whilst I'm doing that, people hit the like button. We're not on 2,000 likes yet. Make sure you're subscribed right here. Make sure you're subscribed on the Big Six channel, and make sure you're subscribed to HUGH, SAEED, Grizz, TOBS, Matisse, and Skull THUGGERY. All of the channel links are in the description below. So show some love, people. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that now. Here's how it's looking. Matisse, 3 correct scores.
Oh, sugar plum. Man tried it, you know. Okay.
And I was Turkish. I was 1 goal off in the Man United game.
I know.
And the Everton games. I almost got all of them correct.
Correct scores, and you're still bottom.
Yeah, it's been a long season.
Wait, TOBS, you can do something.
I can, bro. 5
points.
3 games to go.
Please, TOBS. Please, TOBS.
2.
2 or 3?
2 game weeks, 37 and 38.
United have got a game in hand now.
Yeah, some teams play 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Got a game in hand as well.
Yeah.
So when do we do our predictions?
Yeah, Thursday.
I think. Oh yeah, Thursday. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because
I know what I'm doing for the last 2 game weeks anyway. I'm making sure Matisse gets that fucking.
You are shocking. That's a bad. You're a bad sport.
Turkish is.
Can I suggest? Can I listen? This might be controversial.
You fucking deserve it. All season you've been fucking pissing me off.
I agree. That's a good idea. I know what good idea.
Can I suggest something?
There's no need.
It might be controversial.
No need for that.
No, Grizz, there's no change in no rules.
Bro, you're gonna ruin the end of the season. Turkish. We need drama. We need suspense.
Fuck
we need to see who the real predictors are.
Playoff. A playoff.
Is it only first place?
I'm saying we give our predictions in private, so no one can. We don't know.
Even if you do that, you're giving it to me. So whatever you want to do.
Oh, you cold.
But whatever Matisse predicts,
Turkish.
I'm predicting.
Nah, that's bad. That's bad, man.
The only way
Matisse
makes it out is if he predicts the Arsenal next 2 scores correct. That's the only way he makes it out. This one.
Is bad mind.
Turkish done the nerd thing on the nerd.
Bad mind. Bad.
Turkish has done the nerd thing on the nerd.
Bad mind. You see this, guys? This is why Arsenal can never win anything ever again.
Can we have a vote? Can we have a vote for a playoff? No.
Bro, guess what? We'll put a vote up, and even if the one I don't want wins, I'm doing what I want. Matisse, life will come full circle. That last game.
Oh, sugar plum.
Turkish turn. He deserves this. I'm with it.
He deserves.
This is why I will now have a Garnacho agenda until the end of the season.
That's the Garnacho agenda. Oh yeah, let me say it for the people on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. SAEED's in the lead, 140 points, but TOBS has cut it to a 5-point gap on 135. Grizz is just behind on 133. HUGH's on 131. I'm on 127, and MATISSE has caught up a little on 122. 5 points separate us. Not many left to predict, but yeah. I've told you.
I think we should do something different, man. I'm just pointing out to the chat, to the people. It's a democracy.
As God is my witness, it will not change. It will not change. Matisse is doing that challenge come the end of the season. Matisse.
He has to do it in New York. In New York, he's got to do it, man.
No, we're doing it on the Big Six live on this show.
Live.
Yeah, full screen. Full screen. He likes doing watch-alongs and stuff. He's used to it at full screen, so we'll make sure it's full screen. But Matisse,
no, I'm backing that.
Love for the love, though, Matisse, man. Don't worry, man. Had to be someone.
Let me say something. If I get these 2 Arsenal scores correct, you are finished. You are finished.
So that's your only way, and it starts this week.
We're gonna have a poll. If that's the case, we're gonna have the poll. What is the biggest bottle job? Arsenal, Man United, or Turkish in the league?
Don't forget, Saeed's at the top of the league, 5 points. If Saeed was
can't lie, man. It's looking peak, man.
Yeah, but now Saeed is probably gonna go and do the same madness with TOBS and just.
He's been doing that shit for the last 6 weeks. You lot don't know.
What do you mean, bro?
I know. What
are you kidding me?
Yeah, no. You can't kid a kidder. He's been doing that shit,
Kevin.
How does that work?
Kevin with the information,
the tactics.
I make the graphics to go on the fucking social, so it's gonna have to come to me every which way.
Turkish is coming on like dictator, people.
Actually, he's moving, man.
What in the North Korea is going on here?
Bro, I'm not having it. To be honest, this way is even better because then I can copy his Arsenal score as well, and he's got no fucking chance.
Turkish is going like Huming Son.
Nah, I ain't having it. I ain't having it.
This is outrageous.
I ain't having it. Good try though, Kevin, man. You tried to help him.
We need a judicator. That's what the chat's saying. Judicator.
Oh, I'm ready to be. We need a judicator. What's this? The fucking Matisse Defense Club. I don't give a shit.
No, it's not about Matisse. I think everyone should
integrity of the league.
No.
The last
doing it the whole season, changing it up on game week 37.
I've been saying this for every year. I try to change it. You don't listen.
You keep changing rules according to what your needs are.
No, nothing to do with me, brother. No,
it is. We do this all the time.
Next season, we need the
bottom.
Results.
Matisse and Turkish.
A skullduggery.
What's your Matisse and Turkish? My aim is to keep it fair for everyone. I'm the community man. I'm doing my community guidelines, rules, and shit. Yeah, it's Turkish and Matisse, and it's Toby and you. Me and Hughie, we're just, we're just there.
I think next season, Skull needs to be promoted to results regulator. That's how it has to be.
Yeah, we need some sort of a vote, man. A general election.
Bro, do you remember we were doubtful for something as well last season as well? Like we thought something's going on. Do you remember there was some doubt? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, there was some.
There was some
business going on.
Results not going your
there
way.
was something. Yeah, there was something.
In the VAR room, somebody didn't draw the line for the goal.
Turkish is showing me different colors today, man. I'm thinking.
We have to.
Grizz.
I'm just saying.
He's been doing watch-alongs on Arsenal all fucking season.
No, he's getting it.
I do watch-alongs on every team. I did Liverpool today against Leicester.
It started with Arsenal, my bro. And when you're doing Arsenal, sometimes I tune in and your face is just so... I can't wait, man. I can't wait. 2 weeks, prepare yourself, my bro. Look on YouTube.
Ben said prepare yourself.
On YouTube. I'm gonna obviously at the studio this week. I'll give you the chip because 99.9% is you.
Okay. If I have to bring it back to you, it's not going to be a good day.
It won't be a good day. I'll tell you that, but it's not happening.
Excited end of the season, man. On all fronts, it's crazy.
I'm ready to make it more exciting, but you don't want to know.
Nah, listen.
Fuck the excitement.
I'm excited enough. That's it. I'm good.
Yeah.
Listen, people, we are back Thursday, 10:30, I believe. If not 10:30, 10. Because I know Matisse is going to do the Europa League watch-alongs, I believe. So we'll be going live after that. So make sure you tune in then. That's where the first set of predictions will be made, the second to last predictions of the season. And then we'll see how it goes for Matisse. And yeah, hit the like button on your way out because we haven't hit 2K yet. So make sure you do that. Show Manscaped some love. TB620, 20% off. Hugh?
Can I just make it clear? I will not be here on Thursday. So before the Real Madrid situation happens, I am flying back from Manchester late Thursday night. So win or draw, I ain't here.
But we could get a substitute for you though, can we?
You can do what you want, yeah.
Oh, Big Steve. We want Big Steve. Big Steve.
No, if they win. I don't want him if we win.
No,
if we lose, I want Big Steve.
You know the heritage.
If they lose, oh, you.
If they lose, I want Big Steve. Bring him to our
heritage.
If they lose,
heritage,
you bring. You know, I want Big Steve here on a.
We want him, but if they win, Man City rep, man. We don't need him.
I just wanted to make that clear, so in case anyone thought I was ducking.
Yeah, no, fair play. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Nah,
One second.
Big up, man. Triple.
A big super chat has come in. From HSK. So let me just get it in. Arteta did not manage expectations. Arsenal was leading in February. He started to accept that Arsenal is going for the title. He put unnecessary pressure on his young team. Even when they lost to City, still he did not concede the title to City and kept the pressure on. Arteta did not manage expectations. He started to accept that Arsenal going for the title. I'm not really. Your first sentence makes it seem like you're on Arteta, and then towards the end, it makes it seem like you're bigging him up, HSK, by saying he did not concede the title and kept the pressure on.
Did Arteta put unnecessary pressure on his young team? I think the pressure was coming regardless. If you're overachieving and you're top of the league, I don't think anybody's putting any unnecessary pressure. There is pressure. Like, whether you like it or not, you're top of the league. You could do something quite incredible that hasn't been done since Burgundy boys. You're gonna get pressure. So I don't think you can blame Arteta for that, unless you're saying
fucking definitely wrote lyrics tonight, bro. That's why you watched in 2 weeks. This is why this guy's been writing bars, and you man
writing bars, bro. I'm not in the booth. That's Libs.
Nah, bro, you're definitely in the booth.
You're
doing something. You're doing something. HSK, love for that super chat, man, because it is a big one. And I do think you're kind of blaming Arteta there, even though towards the end it seemed like you were digging him up. But love for that anyway, and love for everyone that sent in super chats. Love to everyone that's engaged in the comment section. Love to everyone that's hit the like button. If you haven't, do that right now because we are calling it a night. We're back Thursday 10:30. Follow us on socials at The Big Six Show, and love for the love as always. Peace, people. We're out.